I'll tell you when we're live.
God, blimey, that were quicker than last week,
Hey, look,
eh,
we're
Ben?
live.
We take that. We
Are you
take
trying
that.
to get a? Are you trying to get a rise out of me?
No,
Agent
not at all.
Well, it's all in good fun. Also,
Fuck yourself.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting anything less. Just saying.
yeah. All right, we starting?
Yeah. Go for it.
Go for it.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
We don't need audience. Fuck you, audience. You suck. Kiss my ass.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Chinny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you played this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite savior.
Worst podcast
It's the veteran
ever.
gamers. It's the veteran gamers.
Worst podcast ever.
It's the veteran gamers.
Let me talk. I am talking. Will you let me talk? Can I talk for once?
And when is this
Switch
weekend?
that console up
And
before
how
you
much
have
does
to
it cost?
press repeat, yo.
It's free.
I see. And when is it?
It's this weekend.
And what are you charging for this free weekend?
Hello and welcome to episode 718 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yeah, 718. Hooray. Welcome, everybody. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
I'm Chinny.
And I'm Ben.
Oh, we're all.
Oh,
wow,
snap.
what's going on?
He just won't leave. We're like, we got it this week, Ben. He's like, I want to come on again. I want to talk about games.
It's a bit awkward.
Exactly how it went
It's a
down.
bit awkward,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, I've got no friends.
He's like a parasite, isn't he? You know, he comes for like 1 week and then he's like here for good. You know
Well,
what I
hey,
mean?
he's living in the basement, and there's like another guy down there, and then like there's a South Korean
Exactly.
family.
He's going to be under the bed in a bit, I tell you.
The
Just remember
real,
that movie.
the real
Keep the
reason is,
peace.
Tara's still pregnant. So, but she's very pregnant now.
Any
like,
minute now.
Wow.
She's just.
So she's bless her. She's been going through it. She's in what they call latent labour, so very early stages of labour. So she's getting very. I don't want to say minor contractions because they're still painful, but yeah. So she's going through it, bless her, and I'm trying to be there, but
And Chinny said, I'm sick of hearing you complain
Yeah,
about
you know
these
what?
contractions. I'm
Oh.
going upstairs to do a goddamn video game podcast.
she
Don't
saw
bother
she
unless
saw
it's
the show
important.
last week and she went, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can't have another week off. Just get your ass up there,
Christ.
man. It was chaos. Mayhem.
Well, we don't need you, Chinny. We need your Zoom account. That's what
Yeah, we
need.
do.
Hold on 1 sec, I gotta do this. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, so I need to. Yeah, so
Well, hang on. I got to do this.
That was a farcical sound effect.
thank you. Yeah, so Tara's still
I like that.
Tara's still very
Yeah.
pregnant. So I have to nip off and whatever. But guess what? We got 3 new Patreon subscribers.
Wow.
Oh, snap.
You'll want a t-shirt.
They were like,
man. That's
they
what's
need our
going
money.
on.
Look how bad
And
things
the
are going
frustrating
over
thing
there.
is that Ben's not one of them, and he's on the show. Do you know what I mean? That's weird, isn't it?
Ugh.
It's weird.
You know.
Yeah, he's
how,
raking
wow,
it with the
how
money.
turn it instantly at me.
No, I'm joking. So there's John Wilson, or John Mouse as we know him as, or some other name.
He doesn't have
but
money. He's a
bless him.
teacher. What is he doing?
Exactly, he doesn't have any.
Joking, they pay him loads in this country, Duke. I
Yeah.
don't know about you.
And
Well,
then
the
we've got
wrong
somebody who's
country,
just
I
called
guess.
themselves Value, and he's
Nice.
Oh, okay.
but his email is Pope Baggins, so I don't know what he goes by.
He's purely in it for the shirt. After 3 months, he's bouncing.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. It's
So,
fine. Also,
yeah.
there's the prize draw at Christmas, Ben. Don't forget
Yeah,
about the
the
prize
prize
draw.
draw.
Yeah, true.
So
true.
if people want to sign up for a month or just for the prize draw or for a t-shirt and then bugger off, it's absolutely fine. It's
fine.
no problem. But Matt Bond messaged me and I suppose Stu and Duke and said, been listening to the show for around 10 years from the depths of Cornwall. Jesus Christ, I'm surprised they
Oh
even
my
get
goodness.
internet around there. And wanted to sign up as
He
a...
didn't say he listens to it on the internet.
No, true. He listens to it on cassette tape. He wants to sign up and as a thanks for all the hours and hours of entertainment you've given me. Keep doing what you do, and I hope the show continues to grow and reach more people. Matt. So thank you, Matt.
We are worth
thank
every
you,
penny,
Matt.
can I just say?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, that's...
Is that it?
Yeah, that was the message. Yeah, so we got 3 new subscribers
Nice.
on the Patreon. I have been sending out T-shirt after T-shirt. You know how many T-shirts
Wow.
I've sent out? I think there's
Go on.
about 24 I've sent out now.
Wow, that's quite
Oh,
impressive.
yeah.
That's quite impressive.
That's
It's
2 dozen people.
It's getting borderline like. I think this is a lot. I don't want another job.
And
Uh,
Borderlands, because every
and
time he sends
Borderlands.
one out, he's like, "Oh yeah, check me out, I'm dancing."
But no, it's all good. And then we got another one this morning that I need to do. So that's
The
cool.
orders are coming in like,
Yeah.
well, 24 of them, I guess.
Yeah,
So
selling like
24.
hotcakes.
Hot-
can I just
24
say.
hotcakes,
Yeah.
like 2 dozen hotcakes.
Or as Jadakiss says, they're selling like hot flowers.
And no doubt, I'm just saying, with winter coming up, maybe the hoodies are going to start going.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Well,
Winter's
the,
coming
up.
last-
Wear a hoodie
the
right
one-
now.
the order this morning was a hoodie. So it was
That's
a
what I
hoodie.
mean.
Yeah,
It's getting
yeah,
warm.
it
It's
was a
getting
hoodie.
cooler
So,
now.
Yeah.
Getting cooler.
We do have
Hoodie engaged.
we do have some new designs coming as well. So we got the double jump one coming and
Double
all
jump.
sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Funny where when I said Tara needs me, she needs me now. So talk amongst yourselves. 1 sec.
All right. Here, I got
Okay.
the extended version of the sound
It was a
effect.
farcical sound effect.
Did she say fartsicle? Fartsicle. Frozen farts you can eat. Put it in your face mouth.
It's cold and it smells.
Perfect.
Parks and Rec, classic.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, what's up, people? Who's got a
Anyway,
story?
Ben, you should be Patreon. Look at all that cash you're raking in with that window cleaning of yours. I'll
Yeah,
tell you.
true.
Oh.
Hey, this month though, I've got this is my bill month. I've got my remortgage. Not getting all
Oh,
political,
jeez.
but thank you, Conservatives, for raising the interest rates.
No,
yeah.
no. It was just Liz Truss and
True,
whatever
true.
his name is.
That's
They
true.
fucked everything up for us.
So I got my home insurance, got my van insurance. My van's gonna definitely fail its MOT, so I need
Nice.
some welding. So maybe next month, if it's gone well, you never know.
Or you can give it to people who actually need it. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
that is
Need
true.
more.
That is true. You could just give
Nobody
to
should be giving
charity
us money.
instead, because we don't need the money. Let's
really.
just be honest here.
give it to homeless
It's
people.
only
who are
Chinny.
like-
Chinny's after all the cash. It's not me.
I
and
don't blame
you.
him. He's got
Oh.
bills. He's got nappies to buy.
is
Do you know how many
cash
nappies
Yeah,
you
he
got to
does.
buy
Hungry.
for babies?
Oh, I
6?
know. It's I've had one.
Yeah.
Like, it
7?
is mental. A lot of nappies.
7.5.
You haven't got any children, have you, Ben?
No.
The way you said
Not
that,
that
it
you
was
know
like,
of.
oh,
Hey-oh.
It's
oh,
not. My
babies,
friends have just
oh,
had a baby, and like
those nappies.
it's ridiculous the amount of nappies they get through, and it's not even like 6
No,
months.
I'm well aware.
Actually,
yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. To
Would
do
you
this,
ever
but
cheap?
It's number, because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a count noun,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
number of nappies rather than amount.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for the
God people are paying
correction.
for this shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's good job we got an
Correcting
English
grammar,
teacher on the
woohoo.
podcast who'd have known.
Well,
Otherwise,
I could either be correcting your grammar, I could be grading papers. Which would you rather I
exactly.
do?
Otherwise, no one would have had a clue what you were talking about then, Ben.
Yeah, exactly.
true,
Who cares
true.
about being understood? It's about what's technically correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, by the way, I might as well mention this while we're waiting for Chinny to arrive back.
Oh, I didn't think we were waiting. Like he. could
Oh,
be
I
gone
don't know.
forever.
We're just kind of waiting. But anyway, yeah, this is the last time I'll be recording in this conservatory as it looks now.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
So yeah, a week on Sunday I'll probably be in the dining room.
Oh,
Oh, snap.
because it'll have to be empty because a week on Monday they are coming to do it, so they're starting
Ooh,
work on
coming
it.
to do
They're
it.
gonna rip everything out of this, all the roofs
Ooh,
coming off, the
yeah.
windows, doors, walls
Okay.
are coming out. And then the week after, when I do the show again, I should be in the new one with a proper roof and skylights and bifold doors and
And some
all
heat,
that,
maybe.
all that fancy shit.
A little
nice.
bit of
dude,
sound
nice.
insulation.
Yeah, I've
Yes,
got
it's not going to be cold in the winter
Yeah,
anymore.
I've got
Hearing you
conservatory,
whining.
and I feel like that you can only use it certain times of the year.
Yeah,
Whereas when it's all fully done, that's on 24/7. That is that
yeah,
area.
it'll be
There
a
you
room,
go.
and we're having the doors taken out in between this and the kitchen, so they're coming out.
Oh, if
There you
hopefully
go.
no dust.
Oh no, well, we're quite kind of lucky because the doors obviously are in at the moment. So whilst they're doing the work, it won't really encroach on the house at all because it's all outside of it. So
Yeah.
but
Nice.
yeah, there'll be a lot of dust in here. I'm guessing. Once you start ripping, but he reckons it'll only take them a day to take all the walls down, the roof off, and put the new one on.
Oh wow.
He said obviously they'll have all the stuff to do inside one side, but it'll be watertight within the day apparently.
Wow.
So that's kind of
Dude.
impressive if that's what happens, but we'll wait.
heard
and
Very
it's-
see.
impressive.
Yeah, it's easier to knock things down. Takes much longer to build them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
But there'll be a lot of stuff to do once you've got the roof on, they've got to do everything else. So
Yes.
Exciting.
yeah.
Well, good luck with it. We look forward to seeing the results.
I know, yeah, because it could be 2 weeks. 2 weeks I'm in the dining room.
Could
we'll have
be.
to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
All right,
Enjoy
Ben,
my
do
wife.
you have a story of any kind?
I tell you what. I'll tell you about the Uncharted the game. that
Oh,
we
come
went
on, now
to
let's hear
do.
it again because I sent you the disc.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
here
appreciate
I'm
comes
not,
the
by the
theme
way,
song.
can
It's story time.
I,
Trying
can
to
I
get
say
him to
I've
put it into a
never opened it,
coherent
so I've
narrative,
no
but I don't think it's
idea.
working.
I've no idea what condition the disc was in, what condition the game's in, because I never opened it. I just sent it on to you.
Well, I don't know if you remember last week, I told about my Uncharted 1 adventures where it glitched on the
Yeah.
submarine. Well, chapter 1, just getting out of the train, doing my business, and all of a sudden the blue screen pops up. Cannot read. Please reinstall again. So I reinstalled it all, got it all back, and then did it again. I thought, can I get a bit further? Got about an extra 15 minutes, and then it went, cannot read. Please uninstall. I
So is
thought,
it a disc issue, that being?
yeah, I've looked online. It looks like it's this. You know,
Wow, bugger me.
don't worry, mate. Don't worry. I think Uncharted is just not meant to be played. Like,
It's not.
Damn it!
twice
No, but
now.
I should email the although you've got it. I should email the eBay guy and go, hey, hold up a minute. I've just tried to play it. I've not done it till now.
It might not even be the disc. It might just be me. I'm just really unlucky with Uncharted.
Maybe you are.
So
I'm
you putting
assuming
it
you
upside
tried
down?
cleaning it and whatnot.
Oh,
Seriously,
that is something I would do, but no.
You haven't done.
No, I didn't put it upside down.
Have you considered taking a hacksaw to your
Maybe
machine?
clean the
Maybe.
disc and have another go. Maybe that'll.
Why did you
sort
send it
out.
before you cleaned it up? Why did you send it over?
I didn't even open it.
Damn.
I never even opened
Yeah,
the package.
well,
It's not.
maybe
As soon as
you
it did
should
it,
not be
I was
sending him a
like, I
crap
looked at the
disc.
disc. I was like, it just don't look too bad. I was like, I don't believe in all this fate and luck and but
It might just be a
Uncharted,
dodgy
man,
fingerprint
Uncharted.
or a could be
Yeah.
anything on that disc. Give it a
Yeah.
clean. Get
I
a
will,
five,
will.
you know, a
Use butt
microfiber
grease.
cloth, a bit of alcohol.
Oh, just get a microfiber cloth. You know,
I
have
bet
them
you've still
sitting
got some
around.
hand gel knocking around somewhere. You know, from COVID days.
Yeah. Back
Work
in
a
the
bit of
day.
that on. Give it a good clean. Have another go. You never know. It might work.
But yes, Stu, the thought was very kind of you to send me the game, but
I
I
know.
don't know. We'll give it a
Very
clean
kind of you to
anyway.
send us a crap disc that doesn't.
I know. I
work.
tried to give it to a good home. I've got some health watch info if you want to know some health
Oh
watch.
snap! Here we go.
Health. It's time to talk about health.
I'm sad about my knees, sad about my knees, sad about my knees. There you go. To be fair, I forgot
Hello,
we had
I'm
a
back.
jingle.
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
he's back.
Sorry.
forgot we had a
Stu's about to
jingle
tell
for
us
that.
about his health.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh no.
Health
I-
watch time.
Sorry, I forgot something again. Sorry. One sec. One sec. Ta-da.
I did it! Oh, you bastard, Chinny!
Look
Oh,
at
no, we gotta make it
that
super
little
big on the.
baby.
Oh, no, he's so cute.
For the audio listeners,
It's a baby.
it's a
The audio
little
listeners, Chinny is
baby.
holding up a baby doll and pretending like
A
it's his
baby
baby.
doll.
Aw.
This is
Okay, how big? How long was the labor? What's the name?
Yeah, when was it really born?
Oh, it's a baby.
Is it a girl or a
Here,
boy?
wait,
We
wait,
haven't
keep
even
it up
asked
there. I need
that.
to take a picture for the Duchess. Wait, put it back. Take a picture for the Duchess. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Is it a girl or a boy?
It is a girl.
Yes. Oh, Kay was
Yay!
right. Kay said a girl. Millie said a boy.
A little girl. Her name is Rosa.
Oh, I like the name.
Oh, like
Nice,
Rosa
nice.
Diaz.
Rosa. Yeah, like Rosa Diaz. Exactly. Tara's here
Yeah.
as well. Tara's
Nice.
here.
Is that
Oh,
because yay,
congratulations,
Tara!
Tara.
Yay,
Yeah.
congratulations.
So
Oh.
Tara did so well. So Rosa,
How long was the labor?
don't ask. It was long, right? So,
Oh.
but Tara did
So when was it?
well.
Yeah, come on, give us the truth
The
now.
baby's weight and the birth date are the same.
What?
6'10". She's
6'10".
6
There you
pounds 10
go.
ounces, and she's born
Wow,
on the
that's a
6th
heck of a
of
story.
October.
Yeah.
there she
Aw,
is.
So for 2 days you've been pretending like she's still in
I
labor.
felt awful because I said, oh look, yeah, Tara's going through it. I don't know, but there she is. Look,
Aw,
Tara's
you're
going
so cute,
through it.
baby.
Oh,
Rosa,
so
Rosa,
cute.
Rosa.
She's there. What do you think of Uncharted, Rosa?
Rubbish.
Has she been photographed holding a game controller yet?
No, not yet. No.
But she's
It's
on the
happening.
podcast.
She's on the podcast.
she's
Yeah.
she's very quiet, I have to say.
She's so quiet, isn't
She has a lot of hair, don't she?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she's got lots of hair. She's got lots of hair. Yeah.
Oh, she's so cute. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So now that
Mike.
I've revealed it, I will send you some pictures on the group chat and all
Aw.
that sort of stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to keep it a surprise. She's lovely, and because this is the
Aw.
first day we've had her in the house,
Oh, is it?
right? So I love you guys, but I ain't staying. All right, I'm buggering
I
off.
don't blame you.
I'll keep the stream on, and
Yeah.
I'll come back when it's finished. But I ain't staying.
Oh, so you're saying your baby's more important than us?
I'm saying the
Yeah,
baby's
man,
more
what's
important
going on?
than me, Yeah. And so
I think he's into me.
I've agreed that we'll talk about Uncharted Stu now.
Okay.
And but I'm on borrowed time, mate. I'm going to talk about.
So
that.
we're doing the Uncharted, then you're off.
I'm
Right,
gonna,
that sounds fair.
Make sure
That
Rose is
sounds
okay
fair.
downstairs, and then we'll come
No,
up, talk
Rose.
Uncharted. Then I'm off.
Right. No,
Okay.
that's absolutely fine.
So
Yay!
So
goodbye,
cute.
Rosa, look at that.
Kids are cute.
Bye,
Baby
Uncle Stu,
cute,
bye, Uncle
cute
Harry,
baby.
Bye, Stranger Ben that
Bye.
she doesn't know.
Bye. She's like,
Bye.
what the hell is happening to
going
me?
on?
The Duchess says, "Someone get Tara a drink."
Someone get Tara a drink, says the Duchess.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can have alcohol
Yeah.
again now. Yay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yay! Congratulations, Tara.
Yeah,
Let's say
congratulations.
congratulations to you. Right, I'll be back for the Uncharted. Then I'm off. Okay.
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 We will.
That
carry on
baby's
without you,
Uncharted.
I guess.
Yay!
Yeah. Aw.
Rosa, Rosa, Rosa. All right, you saw it here first, people. Chinny has a
Yeah,
child.
the big reveal, the baby reveal. It's like a game
Chinny is
reveal
a
at
daddy.
Gamescom.
Oh, little baby. Yay!
Cute.
Everything else seems less important for some reason.
Well, there it kind of is. Kind of is. Creating a baby is kind of more important than video games. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who bloody well
It's a
knew?
4-man show plus a baby, so it's like a 5-man show if we're using man in a colloquial sense, meaning people.
Oh. Anyway, I don't know what the hell. Oh yeah, health time. Woo.
Right, Stu's health
jingle.
news.
So
There we
It was
go.
a farcical sound effect.
I finally had my first genetic test meeting
Okay.
for my heart job.
That's
And
great.
it was kind of interesting, actually. It was called, what was he called? He had a right proper, like, professor sounding name, this dude. But I had to have a
Oh, we don't need to
Zoom
know
call.
your doctor's name.
Nah, I can't remember. I've never met him before,
It's
obviously.
okay.
I've
Just-
met a
well,
lot
anyway,
of
you
different
had the
doctors.
meeting and it went well.
Yeah, so it was a video call and all that sort of stuff. So I sat
a
there for
Zoom
ages
health
waiting
call.
for him, and I'm thinking, how do you
Yes.
do a genetic test over a video call? I'm not sure how that
Sure.
works. So he came on and he asked me everything about the family, like family history, about everybody's names, everybody's ages, who's got it, who hasn't got it, who's had heart
Sure.
issues. It went on for ages and ages and ages.
Kind of like this story.
Come on, sorry, I'm trying to be quick, to be fair. And then he sort of said, right, well, that all consider, I think we definitely need to test you. He said,
Yes.
because there's only 3 reasons that you get what you've got, and you haven't got 2 of those, so it's highly likely it's genetic.
Okay.
He said, so, yeah, we'll send out a blood test pack for you. You need to go to your local hospital, get it tested. They send it here. And then it'll be 4 months before we send you the
4
results.
months?
And I was like,
Are you having
what?
a laugh?
4 months?
Yeah, what's up with
I'm
4
like,
months?
for God's sake, what? And he
Ah.
went, well, thing is, it's apparently, and I can't believe this, but apparently it's really hard isolating DNA from a blood sample and then testing it for all
Really?
these things. Who knew? I thought it was going to be a simple, like, 10-minute job done, you know, Control
Yeah.
A, Control V, job done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have no idea what they're doing with my blood, but yeah, so apparently it's going to take 4 months to get the results. So he said you won't get them till sort of Jan, Feb, March next year. He said you'll get results. And then we'll find out what's what, whether it's genetic or not, which, again, like he said, it seems highly likely that it is. So we will find out in due course. In addition, he's also asked permission to test the rest of my blood for research.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they're going to use it for research, apparently, because
Oh,
he said...
yeah, you're the next Henrietta Lacks. You are.
Well, he said it's kind of interesting. He said there's a number of people who react really well to medication. He said with your condition and obviously don't have side effects and all that kind, which is kind of me. He said,
Yeah.
but then there are other people who he said you can throw everything at them, all the medication. He said everything, and they react really badly to it, and they don't get any better. He said no matter what you give them, it makes no difference whatsoever. So they're trying. So they're doing a load of research at the moment to try and understand better why that might be. So.
Oh, it's too bad Chinny's not back. He had to stay down with the baby instead of listening to Stu's story about his genetic testing.
I'm so glad I run back up those
I
stairs.
know.
Well,
So
no,
there
I
you
mean,
go, so-
you know, Stu, I hope you get some good information.
But he
4
does
months
it-
is a crazy long time. That's just
is.
bonkers.
But he did also say, depending on what the genes are, if it is like a mutated gene that's caused
You had to send your
it-
genes too? Oh, that's
yeah,
personal.
exactly. He said they can tailor your medication better once you know what's caused it.
Ooh,
So,
all right.
I bet,
so
I
hopefully
bet
that's a
Ben's glad he
positive.
joined. The
I know.
show
Well, it's
for
Health
this.
Watch time.
So Chinny, the Duchess
Watch
asked
time.
what the baby's name is, and I sent her a GIF of Rosa Diaz hitting
Yeah.
her monitor,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so she wrote back, "Monitor, Slappy." Yes, the kid's name is Monitor.
yeah, we did. We just love the name Monitor. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. We was
Rosa
always going to go
Luxembourg?
for Rosa. We only had one name for a girl, and that was Rosa. So and
Really?
it's-
Why does I mean?
What would
I
it
assume
mean
it's
if
not
it was a
actually
boy,
because of
by the
Brooklyn
way?
Nine-Nine. Why do you like Rosa?
yeah, because a little bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but then we kept
Oh,
on
wow,
sort of
okay.
seeing it, and then we saw it. But this is it sounds a bit morbid, but it's kind of sweet, I suppose. But when we was at the 9/11 memorial thing, we both I took a picture of like the fountain, you know, and there was just a name in the picture. I never took any notice of it, and then we put it on we have a Chromecast that has photos on the TV, and Tara says, "Oh." Like she brought it up separately. She's like, "Oh, I saw the name Rosa on there. It's so lovely, like Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine." I was like, and then then the picture come up on the TV, and she was like, "Oh, that's the name. That's it." So it's sort of serendipity, I suppose. It's just Rosa kept on
Yeah.
kind of haunting us. So we was like, you know what? I think it's Rosa for a girl. So and
All right.
look, when they show me the baby, you know, in the nip, like straight away, like, you know, 5 seconds old, I was like, I think it's a girl. I don't see a willy.
I know, it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I went blank. One of the most up and down days of my life.
It
on
is
Friday.
weird, isn't it? It's so surreal. It's totally surreal.
Crazy. I won't go into details on behalf of Tara's respect, but it was.
Well,
not
just so you know, there was also a cow named Rosa that was on a French game show called Interville. So you're
because I'm on borrowed time, dude. That was a really good use of it, right?
It was a good use of it. You're
Okay,
welcome.
I've got to talk about Uncharted. Then
Right,
I'll
let's
bugger
do
it off.
Uncharted ending.
Okay. Right, what you been playing?
Uncharted.
All right.
Does it hold up?
Does it hold?
Does it hold up?
Okay. I know you talked about this a little bit without me.
Briefly, not in great detail, but briefly.
So, what did you think of the ending?
Not very much. To
Garbage.
be fair,
Absolute garbage.
It's awful. It's a terrible ending.
Yeah.
They went for the die hard falling off the building, but actually sinking underwater.
It was
is what they went for.
It was gross. You know the sort of bit where we started off with, like, you know, where you're in that sort of labyrinth and you've got to follow the numbers. Remember that? And you had those swinging flame things. Did you ever get killed by one of those swinging flame things? Because it was brutal. Absolutely brutal. And I remember.
Well, there was one bit where I thought you had to climb up a ledge in front of you, and every time I climbed up, I got knocked off, and I'm like, that can't be right.
Yes, I know exactly where you mean.
Can't be right. That can't be what you've got to do. So
Yeah.
in the end, but the gap to the other platform looked too big.
Too big. Yeah,
and I'm like, I surely can't jump over that.
There is
and then
loads of
that's
that.
what you did do.
There is loads of that.
That's what you did do.
I think they got better at that in the second one, but I remember the zombie stuff, and I remember thinking it was stupid back then. Do you know what I mean? I remember thinking, this is fucking dumb. Like, why zombie? What? Why zombies now? Like, it's so weird. Didn't like it. And
then there's the bit where the he goes, I know what we'll do with this. We'll sell it to the highest bidder for biological weapon
I was like,
or whatever.
who's buying that?
I know, yeah. But then when they haul it off, you've got a limited amount of time to get up those steps, and I had to do that about 4 times.
Yeah,
because I kept getting stuck, killing people, and then it's like, oh, it's too late, it's gone.
Well, I didn't know it was a timer at first, so I sort of did it and was
takes a
like,
few
oh, I
goes.
got loads of time here, and then I realised it was a ticking.
Oh no,
sort of
you
thing.
do not.
And so I did
No,
it the
you
second
don't.
time, but that, I didn't like that. But the last,
Section.
that bit, you know, when you grab onto that thing, the statue of death, whatever it is.
Yeah,
and then
get
you have
hauled
like
up
a
in the air.
sequence where you're on the helicopter and you're going through and like they're shooting you. In a modern Uncharted or even Uncharted 2, that would have been playable.
Oh yeah, you'd be climbing up the rope or doing something else.
It felt really odd to have a moment like that in an Uncharted game where you didn't play it. And I feel like that was the huge difference in the games that follow this one.
that was just like a giant cutscene, wasn't it? Really, that's all it was.
Yeah, and it just felt really. I was like, this is weird. I should be playing this, and I feel like, I mean, we haven't played 2 yet, and 2's next, but I'm pretty sure that one's going to hold up pretty well because that was the start of like Uncharted just being like great. You know, the last level is dumb and hard. I never remembered that it ended like that. I never remembered.
Yeah,
that.
where you're fighting all these, and they just keep throwing them at you as well, and they flank you and they shoot you.
But it's also
and
like the boss guy just shoots you in like a 1, 2,
Dead.
3, right?
Yeah.
And if he shoots you once, so you got to wait for. It's such a weird boss fight.
Yeah.
And
But then there's a lot of that, isn't there? There's a lot of that where it doesn't flow as well as it could. Like as we talked about extensively, the jet ski levels just do not flow very well.
Terrible. But I think
They're awful.
what holds it together, what sort of makes it work, is the characters, because you like the characters.
Yeah.
So it
definitely.
makes
The
it
voice
work.
acting, the characters, the script works really well.
The other thing as well. So we talked about the ending. It's garbage. It's a piece of trash. We should just bury it like Nathan Drake's coffin. We should bury it and forget about it. Right? It just never happened. But the game, this version of the game, has great stats. Did you look into the stats of what it has?
I didn't know. What does that mean?
The game's
What do you
got
mean?
like stats where it's like how much time you spent standing still, how much time you spent in cover, how many kilometers did you run, and like I don't know why, but I just find that quite.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, it's all in the.
How many enemies you killed, presumably?
All that. How many headshots, and so what's good about that is you know how far away you are from trophies and stuff. So for people like me that kind of like to chase that or used to, I like that stuff, and I was like, because games obviously know that because they track achievements and trophies. So why don't they just show you where you're at? Why do they always conceal the numbers? So I always think, right, I've got anything else you want to talk about the ending before I've got I've got a trivia section.
All right, okay.
I've got fun facts about.
I don't think so because, to be fair, in those last 5 chapters, not a lot happens. It's kind of a bit of a weird, a weird way. It's just a kind of almost a get to the end of the game, and they seem really short as well. That was the other thing I thought.
Yeah, because we was like, all right, a few more chapters, and it was done. It was done in like
it was like literally 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was done.
Yeah.
Does it hold up then, Chin? Does it hold up?
Oh yeah,
for you?
it was the ultimate question. Does it hold up?
I think it does, but it's by its fingernails. Which is,
I said much the same.
Which is appropriate because that's how Nathan Drake hangs most of the time. It's by its fingernails. It's very. I suppose you can see something's there. Do you know what I mean? And you can see like there is something great about this, and there's something. It was a good job that they got Nolan North, and it's a good job that they got the sort of setting right. They got the theme right. It felt like, okay, this is all right, and this is totally a game that I think could have not got a sequel because they could have just gone, okay, because I think it did okay. I'm not sure about massive numbers, but I think it did okay. So we got fun facts about Uncharted. Do you want to hear this section?
Okay, let's have it.
First of all, Nolan North, Stu, right?
Yeah.
He's our buddy, isn't we? We've met him.
We've met him, yeah, we have met him. He's actually a really cool guy, very friendly.
Just like he's like our best mate.
He is, busy mate.
He rings me all the time.
He met you.
He met me.
Yeah, he did. He met us. He was in awe.
But he hasn't met your baby yet.
He hasn't met my baby yet. Yeah. The sticker on the jet ski. All right.
Don't remind me about that jet ski.
No. The sticker.
Bad memories.
This is Duke's logo. The sticker that's on the jet ski. The logo that's on the jet ski is the same logo that's on Ellie's shirt in The Last of Us.
Dude.
I never knew that. I didn't know that. I didn't even see a sticker on the jet ski.
No, because you were too.
I was too busy wanting the jet ski to explode.
You were too busy like ripping your eyes out. Like, when will this
I was.
end?
I was.
Interesting thing about this one. This has got a speedrun mode. This version of the game.
Yeah,
so
I saw that. I
that's
saw
nice.
that in the menus. Yeah,
and
that
there's
you
an
could do
achievement
that.
for finishing it in like 2 hours or whatever. The influences for this game were Tomb Raider, Resident Evil 4, Kill Switch, which is a cover mechanic game, Gears of War. However, this was the time, 2006-7, where everything was grey. Remember, everything was grey and cack. And cack and grey and cack. And they were like, why is everything grey and cack? Why don't we have a uncack game like Uncharted? But they was going to call it Uncack, Drake's Fortune, but they said Uncharted's got a better ring to it. Yes, and when the first trailer came out in 2006, do you know what everybody called this game? They didn't call it Uncharted.
Indiana Jones.
Adventure.
So what did you say, Ben?
Indiana Jones.
You're not far off. There's
Unraider.
Stu, you're very,
Oh.
very close. They called it Dude Raider.
Oh, so close.
They was like, oh, that's the Dude
Raider.
Raider game. Duke, who's your best mate that you always have conversations about writing with? Who's your best
Tom
mate?
Bissell.
No, your other best mate.
Last
of Us 2.
Oh right.
Oh, yeah.
God, I can't think of his name. Neil Druckmann.
Yes,
Neil
You know,
Druckmann.
Neil.
He's-
Me
you
and
know,
Neil.
he's so little,
we
he's
hang
so
out.
down there for you. You don't even remember his name. He's
Yeah,
like,
you don't
I
even
mean,
know
you
who
know,
he
Eric,
is anymore.
Eric,
important as
when
like
can I
cost.
talk to you? When can I talk
Yeah.
to you again? When can I
Yeah.
talk to you?
I
But
got a
You
great
stroke my
dude. I
ego
don't know what
again.
to tell you. Yeah, exactly.
So Neil Druckmann actually credited to write this game. He's a writer on this game, so
Okay.
he's involved with this game.
I can tell you about the game better than he can, though.
Yeah, there's lots of motion controls in the game. Blah 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 blah. The game didn't ship with trophies. Remember that?
Oh, I do remember that.
Remember
yeah.
that? The game was like
yeah.
2008 is when trophies started. So
I
they-
remember that day. It was a glorious
Yeah.
day because you plugged it in and it just unlocked all the trophies that you had
really?
never known. It was
Oh.
like ding, ding.
Yeah.
For an hour, you were like, "This is the greatest
Yeah.
feeling in the world."
Yeah. Yeah, so it was patched in trophies. Critically, it was received well, and it was said to have Hollywood level production value. Remember, this is back in the day when we wasn't used to this shit. It was like,
Yeah,
wow,
it doesn't. I
it's
would
got
have said
it's got an actor in it. That's amazing.
the voice acting generally was very, very good. Even
Yeah.
now when I play it again, but I mean that's probably what sort of elevates it above most of the games that came out around that time.
Definitely. But I suppose you got a few games because this is the same year as Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. So you were getting, they were all sort of doing the same thing,
Yeah.
but around about the same time. You're getting these like really cinematic experiences.
Games.
It was considered like a kind of video game version of a summer blockbuster. So it was praised for that.
It kind of was. It kind of was
It
to an
kinda was,
extent.
and it kind of is.
Yeah.
And then it became an actual blockbuster because it became a movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it, by the way. I've never seen the
it.
movie.
We should watch it for a feature on this show.
Have you never seen it? Have you never
No,
seen it?
I've never
either?
seen it. So
Isn't it weird?
I've
I would
never
never
seen it
I
watched
reckon
it.
when we get
Nope.
to Uncharted 3, we should watch the film. or
Watch the
something
movie.
And talk about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fluid Animations, it was praised for. It won IGN's Game of the Year. Sully's plane is named Hog Wild. And that's a level in Crash Bandicoot. They also made Crash Bandicoot. Nathan Drake was based on two people. Now, Ben, you've already said one of them, so he's based on two people.
Indiana Jones, presumably.
Who would be
is
the next one? Who would be the next one? Think of somebody who's clumsy.
Han Solo.
No, somebody who's clumsy, always getting injured. A man, white, quite tall.
Presumably a movie actor, I'm guessing.
Sort of. He has been in movies. He does act in movies, but he's
Chris
not
Pratt?
really known for that. It's
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny
Knoxville.
Oh,
That
I
makes
can
sense.
kind of see that.
It makes
I can
sense
kinda
because he's
see
always
that.
got a-
No, they're getting hurt, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
he's
hitting
not,
his
like,
head on stuff.
But I
and-
suppose,
he's
like,
not, like
He's quite. He's
sophisticated and like
he's
charming.
quite. I think he's quite charming. I think he's quite funny. Like I think he's quite.
I'm not saying he's not funny. I just don't think of him as charming.
Well, he can take me out anyhow.
He's a goofball.
Yeah. But he never calls me. And then, so Richard McGonagall, I think that's the voice of Sully and the actor of Sully. He started using an actual cigar, in the motion capture. He started using an actual cigar, but the problem was he kept on getting wet, right? So he started using a highlighter or a Sharpie. So every time you see him smoking a cigar, he's actually smoking a highlighter, which isn't as cool as it is. It's not as cool. So there you are. And
That's
then
an interesting little tidbit.
I've got a very small section called "Things Everybody Fucking Hated About This Game."
Oh, okay.
Things everybody fucking hate. Everyone, even that guy, right? Everyone.
Even IGN, who gave it Game of the Year.
So everybody slated the game for how short it was. They absolutely ripped it apart, saying, "Oh my god, this was too short." This is before indie games. This is before Limbo and all this sort of stuff. So games were always 20 hours, 30 hours, 50 hours, 100 hours. So this being short was like, you think about Tomb Raider, the first Tomb Raider, not a short game, right?
No, it's a long
So,
game.
There you go.
What was this then? 8 hours?
It's about 8 hours.
probably about
something like
that.
Which is by
Yeah.
these days, I'm like 8
Yeah.
hours. I'm a bloody dad now.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was pretty good for us playing through it a second time because it didn't take that
It
long.
didn't take us long. It got slated for some graphical glitches, which we probably didn't experience tons of. Screen tearing, texture popping. Texture popping was just a a big feature, just a big problem with Unreal Engine.
Yeah,
Full
it
stop.
was.
You know, so it was always texture popping back in those days. The vehicle sections, everybody hated the vehicle sections,
Awful.
especially us, and the constant stream of enemies. It got ripped apart for that. So they just said there's too many enemies just constantly coming, which. Well, it didn't really.
We found that I found that a couple of times. That underwater, that we're in that underground tomb thing with the water. That was awful. It took me a few times to get through.
Yeah,
that.
and like I suppose that sort of labyrinthy bit at the end was there's a lot of enemies and they come out of nowhere and they're right next to him. He's got a rocket launcher. I'm like, oh, great, thanks. You know, so there is a bit of it, but I think. Overall, it's not bad.
Fine.
If somebody was like,
fine.
I have limited time, but I want to experience the Uncharted franchise, could I recommend the first one? Probably not.
No, I couldn't.
I was like, just skip it.
So no reason not to just jump to the second one.
Yeah, I was like, if you just started with the second one, it'd be fine. So maybe it doesn't hold up. Does it hold up? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't.
No.
Maybe I'm changing my mind.
Yeah, well, you can't recommend it, then it doesn't hold up, does it?
Like, if somebody was like,
no, I don't think that's fair. I think that doesn't hold up has to do with like, is it still a good game? Which
is it still worth experience?
Like, yeah, I think it is still a good game. It's still a good game.
It's not a must play the way it was when it came out, but that's because it was superseded by the second and third one.
It's definitely not a patch on Mass Effect, can I just say?
Which also came the same year, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
The problem with Uncharted is, and does it hold up? Yes, it's a good game, but we know what came afterwards, right?
Yeah.
And we know that 2, 3, and 4 came afterwards, and they're so much better. So, I would say it holds up just about. Uncharted, Stu, closing words. Come on, here we go.
Looking forward to playing Uncharted 2, but I've already played the first 5 chapters. But I'm really looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Okay, well there you go. That's Uncharted.
Does it all?
Done.
And that's Chinny's time on the show.
Right, and now
and does it? Yeah, Chinny's done.
Is there any other questions you want to ask about the little precious Rosa before I go?
The little precious Rosa. No.
When was the last time you slept?
Oh yeah. Probably all right at the moment.
No, because the baby was born on Friday. Tara had to stay on. The baby was born early morning Friday, 3:39 a.m. Right, so
yeah. It's always. Why is it never in the middle of the day?
In the middle of the day.
It's never in the middle of the day.
At 6:10.
Yeah, that would have been really weird. Yes. So she stayed all day there. Friday night, all day there. Saturday night, and then she came back today. So I've had a couple nights sleep, but last night I couldn't sleep at all. I don't know why. But yeah,
it's weird, isn't it?
Adrenaline, mate. Adrenaline.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that thing? Like it's like she's never not been there. Have you experienced that yet?
Because it's the first night, so I'm still like.
It is a bit weird. It's kind of weird. You're my thing is like
my thing is. I can't believe it. Like she's just wriggling around going, I need milk. I need nappy. And I'm like, I don't even think you're real. Like, it's amazing, you know. I don't want to sound all surreal. Gooey and soft, but it is.
No, you can be gooey.
I'm telling you, both of you are not going to sleep a wink. Because any noise, you'll be like, what is it?
Yeah.
What does they need?
No, I had a wonderful afternoon this afternoon because Tara had some sleep and I just had her on my arm and she was just asleep. And it was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. And she was just there. But now and again, she just doesn't move. And I'm like, she's not moving. She's not moving. She's not moving.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. And honestly, it's true. What everybody says, like, I don't care about changing the nappy. I don't care at all. It's fine. It's great.
We'll curtain that in about 8 months' time.
Yeah.
I know. Look, I'm still in the honeymoon phase. You know what I mean? I'm still like, oh my god, she's so beautiful. And I mean, she is, but. The reality hasn't kicked in yet, you know, where I've got to go to work and I've got to come back and all this sort of stuff, and obviously after about 3 months there, they can start to sleep in different ways, like their brain is different, so they wake up more in the night and whatever. Because at the moment she just sleeps, she just doesn't do anything.
I've got one question.
Still tired from the big move.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Go on, Stu. Sorry.
Quick question that I did ask earlier, but it got drowned out with everything that was going on. But what would the name
we don't want that to happen again, so I'll be quiet when you ask this one.
What would the name be if it was a boy?
If it had been a boy, what was the name?
I don't want to tell you all because we might have another one. We might have another one. You see,
that was going to be my next question. Is it just this one?
Yeah,
definitely going to be Stuart.
I'll tell you one of them. I'll tell you one of the names because it's video game related.
Okay.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. But this name was low on the list, so it wasn't going to be. I don't
Clicker?
think it was. One of them was Axel.
Axel.
Yeah,
one
like
of
Axl Rose.
So Axel from Streets of Rage is what I think.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But but the other.
I didn't know you were into Streets of Rage.
Yeah, I love Streets of Rage. The other two.
I mean, I know you like it. I just didn't think you liked it enough to.
No,
name
I
your
don't.
baby
I don't.
after.
But Tara said that name, and I was like, "Oh, that's the guy from Streets of Rage."
Fair enough.
Axel's a strong name.
It's
That's a
Yeah,
strong
it
name.
is a strong name.
Any name
Certainly
with
can hold wheels.
any name with an X in it is fine. Yes.
Yeah,
So
like Xavier.
I
yeah.
was just going to say that.
So
Malcolm.
so basically, there's two other names. I won't tell you them just in case.
So
we-
was your second girl choice name Femshep? Just
There you
checking.
go.
Yeah.
That's what's up, Shell.
We honestly we had no
I'm-
girl name like second name backup. And
Back up.
so
Was
so
Rosa or nothing.
when we found out it was a girl, we sat
It
with
was
her.
a pretty quick decision.
Yeah, we sat with
Did you
her.
see what I put in the chat? The oldest living sea otter is named Rosa. So there's all
Okay,
sorts of facts here
Yeah.
for you.
Have
These
you
are
got a middle
big
name?
facts.
Is there a middle name?
Oh, that's a good question.
No middle name. No.
No middle name.
Oh, like my
I
dad.
like
My
it.
dad didn't have
Keep
a
it
middle
short
name.
and
Yeah,
sweet.
I don't have a middle name. My brother doesn't have a middle name.
Yeah, I don't
Did
have a
Tara
middle
take
name.
your name?
Yeah, Tara took my name. Yeah, so she's Tahara.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be Rosa Chin.
Yeah, exactly. So,
So if she gets very big, she'll have rows of chins.
yeah, there you go, rows of chins. Oh no,
I've got a question. Did you know when it was time for
Art,
the
Bart,
baby?
Dark, Yart.
Yeah.
Were you like, was Tara like, Mike, this is happening, and like, were you just laying in bed like, oh my gosh, she's being so serious right now? Like,
To be honest, I won't go into the details of
No,
the
sorry.
labour, but it was pretty.
I
it was-
assume
there
you'll be
was
putting it on YouTube soon.
what the whole
Yeah,
labour.
we'll have full
The
film
whole
footage of
delivery,
it
yeah,
all.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm on
Drone-
NDA.
we had a
The
drone
reason why I'm not
flying
talking
around
about
the
it is because I'm going to
delivery room.
release
Yeah,
it on.
it's
yeah.
you put some Benny Hill music behind
Basically,
it.
there was a lot of waiting around, lot
Oh,
of
fair,
it,
fair.
right? And it was like this baby will never come out, and then, bam! It was the baby's coming
On its
and,
way.
and then it was a long labour though, and Tara, bless her, she hadn't had any sleep. She was so sleep deprived. She was such a trooper. So yeah, big ups to Tara because she was just amazing. So she did so well.
Champion.
Yeah, she's
Champion.
absolute champion.
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 And yeah, and obviously it was you know, you've been through it, Stu. I'm sure it was the same.
I
for you.
have.
But it was
I
very
have.
traumatic, very up and down, and you just, you know, you're doing all the things that they tell you to do, but you still feel like, oh my god, like look at her, she's, you know, it's tough, and yeah, but when the baby comes out, you're like, it's all worth it. So it's great. It's absolutely great.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's
Incredible.
It's brilliant. So what I'm gonna
Yay.
do is I'm gonna bounce off the show. I'm
Okay.
It's just one of them. I'm gonna
Go
do
be a
that.
dad. Go be a
I'm gonna
dad.
go be a dad
Yeah.
'cause it's our
We'll
first
text
night.
you when we're done so you can turn off the stream.
Yeah,
But
so
I
you
was-
turn your stream off.
Yeah, text me when you're done, so I'll switch it up. But yep, thank you so much. Brilliant. Yep. Okay. Have a great show. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Okie dokie, people.
Oh God, I
guess
thought he'd
it's,
never shut up. I had
know,
a
yeah,
baby.
God.
man, with me.
You'd think no one had ever had a
Exactly.
baby
It's a
before.
big
Right?
deal, isn't it?
God
Oh.
damn. Oh, I'm
Jesus Christ.
Chinny, and I've had a thing that's never happened before. Just 7
baby.
billion other people currently living.
Oh,
went through it.
Who knew?
Ah,
Anyway,
it's funny. All right, Ben,
anyhow.
you need to talk about a game now.
Yeah, talk about a game, Ben. Just let's move on from baby talk. Oh.
Do you know what? Can we talk about what was it last week's game?
Oh,
we all
Cocoon.
chose?
Play my game,
Cocoon.
bitch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're going straight into that, are we?
Yeah, bitch.
Play my game.
Get all the features out of the way. Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection.
That was a farcical sound effect.
So,
So
we all played this. Cocoony Uni.
I like how Ben's real big on the screen, Ben. 'cause he doesn't have a
From the
cartoon of you.
developers of Inside and Limbo,
That's
or the
right.
lead developer of that game.
But unlike those games, this is 3D.
And it's a proper puzzle game, can we just say?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I played this today at about
Yeah.
9 o'clock, and I have completed the game. I
It is.
Oh,
sat
man.
around
Brilliant.
my family.
Holy
I've sat
crap.
around my brother and his wife's. I was like, let me just use your Xbox. I'll play it for like half an hour. Because no offense to you, but most picks you pick are.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. I've been on it like 3 times, and every
What
time the
are
games
you
have been a
Oh,
bit.
what? Come on, Maquette was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Or that, what was the scary one when we couldn't open the door, me and you, Eric?
Oh,
We couldn't
what? Friday the not Friday the 3rd. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, it was
Oh, not that.
No, that was an
the
okay
bunker.
game.
The bunker.
the
Amnesia,
bunker
the
game.
bunker.
I
Oh,
was
right.
like,
Oh, God.
so
Fucking
I
shit.
thought I would just play it. Turns out, this game,
It's pretty good.
incredible.
It is incredible.
Really,
Yeah.
really.
I don't
I've
know if I would call it
enjoyed-
incredible personally. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
thought
wasn't in
it-
the mood for a puzzle game. That's all. It
Wow,
was about my
because
mood.
I thought the graphics are phenomenal. I thought the sound
the
was
graphics are
excellent.
Oh, the
I
Sounds
thought,
very
sound.
nice.
I thought
Yes,
the
agreed.
puzzle design was sublime. I like just
good.
the eureka moments where you're like, I know what I need to do.
Yeah, there's so
The
many
amount of
hidden
times that happened.
the twinkle. You know, like the sound design was so
Yeah,
amazing because you know when you walk
brilliant.
over
Design's
something,
very
it just
good,
makes
yes.
like a little twinkles that you go, okay, that's like I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track, and
Yeah.
then a big crescendo all comes in when you find that
Yeah.
you, and it's like, oh, the sound design and the different worlds, and yeah, I don't know if it's me. Obviously I haven't completed it. I guess you guys didn't.
I'm very close to finishing it,
I'm
but
not gonna
I had to stop playing it because we had stuff to do and I haven't been able to get back to it.
I had stuff to do and just put it to the side. I was like, this is incredible.
It is. It is. No, I absolutely agree. I just played it straight. I think I'm very close to the end.
I would say story-wise, though, I enjoyed Inside's meaning
Yeah.
more. I would say
mean,
this is.
I guess I
like
shouldn't
you
say it if I haven't finished it. But
No, but what I would
does it
say
feel
is
like it has the same. I don't know,
yeah. Like
meat on the
I do feel like that after that game Inside, I was there like, wow. Like it took me
Hard
like
to top
2
that.
days to. This one, I know I've only just done it today. I don't want to spoil it, obviously, but I would definitely recommend everybody listening to give it a go if you did
Yeah.
enjoy Inside, because these puzzles, they aren't too complicated, but then near the end, they get. I think there is a ramp. There's like it's quite simple. You're in a rhythm, and then the last hour, when you go from world to in, there is a moment where you go from the
Where you're
world
moving between
into another
worlds,
world
yeah.
into that same world, and then your head just
Starts to pop a bit.
and that's that moment there. Because I looked, because I was thinking, how long have I got? And it was on 80%. And I thought, well, the other ones only took me a couple of hours. I'll be able to do it. That was I was there for a long, long time trying to figure them all out. But
you say 4 hours total, maybe?
I'd say 5, 4, 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say
something like that.
I played it most of the day, to be honest. So I think I was probably up to about 4, maybe 4 or 5 hours worth. So I do think I'm close to the end.
But you know what?
According to how long to beat, 4.5 hours for the main story.
Yeah.
It hasn't made me feel like an idiot, even when I got
No.
stuck. And like my brother and his wife would come in and just sit and watch me, and then they'd be giving me advice like, "Yeah,
What
well,
about over there?
obviously, if it's all locked off," and it was a beautiful, beautiful to do.
I'll give them this, yeah, so they're very elegant with the puzzle design. That's something I've never complained about with Limbo, Inside, or this game, is that they know, and I think this is what makes anybody can make a puzzle game, but to make a puzzle game with elegant puzzles is tough. And I think a lot of developers don't understand the importance of elegant puzzle design, because that's going to be the difference between continuing and giving up for a lot of people. And they don't call it that. They'll say like the puzzles are stupid, or it's too hard or whatever. But I think that even if a game is hard but it has elegant puzzle designs, we'll stick with it, because we know that it's not going to be something. Myst had some puzzles that, as much as I love that game, a few of the puzzles in Myst were kind of stupid. And I think that they learned a lot from that with Riven. So
Yeah, I would say as well. I don't know about the boss battles. We was talking about them last week on the other
Oh,
game.
yeah, I forgot that
These
they had
boss
boss battle.
battles, I think they're really fair, because what it does is really clever. It's simple. There is no boss at the beginning, and it just shows you the mechanic of how to beat the boss. And then it says, okay, let's see if you can do it, and it slowly builds up. And you know what? It's not like Eric was saying last week. And there's like different waves and different. There's only one wave right at the end that is a bit challenging, but as soon as you do it, that's it. It's not like, oh yeah, now you have to do it all in a sequence. It's very, very fair. Very fair.
I kind of like the one where you had to switch squares, where you could switch your position from one side to the other.
That was a real
constantly.
clever mechanic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really
Agreed.
like that boss
Agreed.
battle. I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah, I thought it was good. The only criticism I have massively is there is a moment near the end where you go into something, you have to shoot at these triangles, and they move around, and you have to land it. And I was playing a controller, and that was awful.
It's at the bit where you're going up in the air and you have to shoot different triangles in sequence. I did not. You see, I think I must be very close to the end because I've done all that.
Yeah. There's a few near the end where I was there, and I'm like, this isn't that great because I literally couldn't hit it, and like it was just not. Well, maybe I am bad at video games, but I was like, no, I am pointing in the right direction. It is just not going exactly where. I don't know. Please don't make a shooter. That's all I'm saying. Don't next game.
Yeah, but
not
there's
more puzzles.
It was purely based on the angle of your character and nothing to do. There was no reticule or any way to aim. It was just you just had to get the angle right.
Yeah. But no, it was very, very smart game. It's a big thumbs up for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, huge thumbs up for me. I think it's possibly in my top 3 of the year.
I think I'd say it is a very good game. I probably would like it better if I was. I have a weird relationship to like compulsory gaming. In other words, I'm sure I would like this game if I came upon it, if I had waited for it or whatever. But there's something about playing it under the gun. I'm just like, no,
I get it. I wasn't
in the mood for it, so whatever. But I give it a big thumbs up too. So
yeah, amazing.
Thumbs up.
It's definitely potentially at this point going to be my top 3 games of the year. I would have said.
There you go.
It's that good. It's that good. Next week, I have got a suggestion for next week.
Well, all right. What is it?
Which is Warhammer.
Really?
Yeah.
There's like 700 Warhammer games.
There's a new one out on Game Pass. So.
Okay. What's it called?
Something like Warhammer 40,000 something.
They're all
this is meant to be like a mini Left 4 Dead type thing.
Yeah, so it is a co-op, so I don't know whether we can arrange that or see what happens.
Wait, where's the new?
You see, recently added on the PC, it's not showing up, so I don't know whether it's console only.
I don't think they do console only. Is it Dark Tide? Is that what you mean?
I have no idea, but it's definitely on the console.
That one's trending now.
Yeah, it must,
there's a
must be that.
Warhammer 40,000 game called Dark Tide.
Must be that then. Must be
that one. Okay.
So
that's play Dark Tide.
Yeah, that's
play
next
people,
week.
Let us know. It's co-op focused, so there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll give that a go.
There it is. Made by Fat Shark.
There you go. Fat Shark. So that's for next week, everybody.
Join us. Yeah.
Right, Duke, over to you then, I guess.
Right. So I was in the mood for a game that was. So I've been playing Rocket League, of course. I've been playing Achaea, Muds, the text-based games. But then I was like, I'm in the mood to play an open-world role-playing game, but it has to be an open-world role-playing game that has quests. So as much as I love Guild Wars 2, doesn't qualify. And I want to be able to customize my character. So I'm sorry, Stu, Witcher 3 won't do it for me. I don't just want to be Geralt.
Play a proper game, that's what I say.
So what does that leave me with? Well, you can't customize your character in Assassin's Creed, so those are out.
Mm-hmm.
I was left with Skyrim.
I was thinking that.
Oh, and swinging a sword. That's the other thing. I didn't want to play a shooter RPG. It's got to be a sword slinging. So I'm like, what do I have? Like, what, Baldur's Gate. Okay, I'm not trying. It's a party. I want to play just a single. I'm so fussy. I know. Anyway, I was like, New World. Let's go back to New World. Go back into that. It's been a minute. Let me go back in. Motherfucker, 2,000 people queued up. 2,000. Because they got some new DLC that it just dropped, and everyone's losing their mind over it because you have mounts finally. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not paying $30 more for this game, and people can't even get in. 2,000 people were queued up. I'm like, I'm not sitting around for an hour waiting to get in to this game. It's not that good.
Wow.
So I'm like, motherfucker. So I was looking around. I'm like, I'll just play Immortals Phoenix Rising again. That game's awesome.
Why not?
It's an open world game. You can customize your character, swinging a sword.
Tick, tick, tick.
Tick, 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 baby. And I went back in. God, this game's amazing. It's just so wonderful. I'm not going to go on about it because I've already gushed constantly. But There's a couple things I've found that I didn't do before, and yeah, it's wonderful. It's magnificent. I love it. It's such a great game. If you haven't played Immortals Phoenix Rising, do it because you're welcome.
I played the demo. I really like the demo, but I've just never been
play
that...
the whole thing. Goddammit, just play it. Just play it.
I've got too much other stuff to play. That's the problem.
But it's not as good.
And talking of other stuff to play, I decided it was time to dive back into Cyberpunk.
Oh snap!
I
You
was
never
like,
finished
you
that.
know what? Fucking Cyberpunk. I love that. I actually love that for all its issues. I actually really enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
So I thought
so much so that you got right back to it after 17 months away.
I thought, do you know what? Right. I've got a Steam Deck. It's compatible.
Yeah.
I've got bloody Heroic Launcher. You know, I'll get good old games on there. Download the game. You know, add the DLC. Away I go.
Let me guess, it didn't work.
Did it bollocks? It couldn't. So the first time I put it on, it couldn't get past the splash screen, right? Just you get to the where it shows all the like blink and whatever engine they've used and all that, and then it just froze. So I was like, yeah, this ain't working. And I had to try 3 different types of Proton, right? Which is what they used to run Windows games. And it was Proton 7 that ran it, right? So I did that, and then the game ran, but there was no sound. And even though I'd bought the DLC, it didn't show up to download. So I was like, right, so that's not working. And I must admit, I tried umpteen ways. In the end, I thought, shall I delete it and reinstall it? But it's like 70 odd gigabytes. I'm like, it's going to take bloody ages to download again.
Yeah.
So I thought, fuck it. I'm just going to download it on my PC because it played fine on there. And also, I didn't have my cloud save either, so that had disappeared. So I couldn't use the save I originally had.
But you still had that on your PC, I assume.
I do. So I downloaded it on PC.
Yes.
No problems. Loaded up. DLC was all ready to go. Not an issue. So I was like, finally. Fucking Steam Deck shit, I've decided after all that experience. So yeah, I've been playing it on the PC. So I started it up, booted it up. It's great how it gets into it. You literally, from the point I loaded up my save, within less than a minute, I get like a voice message on my phone, and it's like, oh, you need to come to Dogtown. You know, I've got something that I need you to do, and all this, some stranger. And it's like, who are you? And it's like, just come and you'll find out. Come and meet me at Dogtown.
And just before you enter, it goes, have you paid for this DLC?
Yeah.
You ain't coming in if you've not.
No. It was all sorted. So I got to Dogtown. There's all these shifty blokes hanging around and police and all this stuff. And you meet this woman. And I'm not going to say too much because I'm going to say I thought the opening to this DLC was exceptional. It was just so brilliant. And it does kind of a cold open like a movie. So you do all this massive action sequence at the beginning of the DLC. And then the credits, you know, the title comes up, Phantom Liberty and all that kind of stuff. And music soars. And it's just... Do you know what I thought? And I'll be absolutely honest. I thought... This is a modern gaming, and Starfield feels ancient compared to this. It just feels so old-fashioned. Like, even the way they stage characters in, like, because there's no, you know, with Starfield where it's just someone statically in front of you and they look to the left or look at the wall or whatever when they're talking to you. And this, you can move around. You can move around the character who's talking to you. They move with you. They take up poses. They lean against stuff. They just act naturally. And I just thought...
I can't defend that in Starfield.
I just looked at this and I thought, what? And the other thing, I've been playing it already for 3 hours, possibly 4 hours. And guess how many loading screens I've seen?
None.
Not
Two.
a single one. None. Nada. Nil.
Okay, well, that doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you, but
no, but from an immersion point of view, I feel like I'm in a movie.
It flowed. It flowed.
It fucking flows, and I feel like I'm in this action movie, and all this shit's going down, and like it's just such a different experience. I mean, don't get me wrong. A few years ago, when this came out, we were all slating it for being so bad, but not from a story point of view or actors.
Well, so it was all technical stuff, which they've presumably
issues.
sorted. Yeah.
This is on Engine 2. It runs like a dream. It looks phenomenal. I mean, again, graphically, it's like night and day with Starfield. It just looks so much better. The particle effects, the smoke effects, just stuff that's going on. And the like NCPs are doing stuff. They just look, you feel like you're in a world that's alive. Do you know what I mean? That's like a real place rather than this almost like mannequin-esque stuff.
I heard the acting as well was really good for the main character. Is it Idris Elba who plays?
Yeah, I've not come across Idris Elba. I'm sort of 4 hours in. I've not come across him yet.
No, he's meant to be. His acting, everyone says, wow, that's... Because, like Uncharted, how we were speaking, it was the start. It's slowly building in. Everyone's starting to get those good actors doing it.
Everyone's great, though. I mean, the lead cat I'm playing as a female V, and she's brilliant. The acting that she does is excellent. And all the characters I've met so far, like the main characters that you come across in the game, are superb. I mean, the scripts are great. The voice acting is literally top notch. It's like watching a Hollywood, like production. It's phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, I've read stuff like people who've played this saying it's the best DLC they've ever played. And it's like 30 hours. It's about 30 hours of game. You know what I mean? For 25 quid, that's all it costs, 24 pounds.
Well, you have to have the base game too, though.
Absolute bargain.
Stu, you're getting me enticed now. This is the period. Like last week, I wait a year and a bit to see if the game's ready. Everything you're telling me, Stu, I'm liking it.
Have you played 2077? Have you played the
No,
original?
because it was so buggy.
Phenomenal.
I thought I would just wait until it's all sorted.
It is all sorted.
Yeah, I'll get on it. I'll get on it.
Completely fixed.
Are you tempted, Duke, or not really?
I mean, I want to play this. It's been on my to play list for a long time, but I don't know. It's weird. There's something about Fallout that just drags me in instantly. And for some reason, this game is like, I think I need to be in the right frame of mind. At some point, I can see myself maybe over winter break or spring break or maybe next summer, like being, I want to block a time to be like, okay, I'm gonna dive in. So
nice.
But the shooting's superb. By the way, the mechanics have been improved as well. It does feel a lot tighter. Like everything just feels better. It's honestly, I've forgotten how to do all the stealth stuff though. I can't remember how I take over cameras and all that stuff. I'm like, I can't even remember. So I'm just going all hell's blazing, shooting everything. This is the trouble when you don't play a game for so long, you forget how to play it. I'm like, I can't remember any of that stuff. I know I can take people out like in stealth, which I've been doing, but other than that, I don't know. I can't remember anything. But it's honestly, Dogtown itself is just brilliantly realised.
Fantastic.
Massive thumbs up. I mean, if you've got Cyberpunk and you put it down, this is the biggest reason to get back into it again. Yeah, definitely. And it's cheap. You're getting a 30-hour game for 25 quid, which is absolutely top notch.
Again, you need the base game. It's not, I mean,
you do, but a lot of people, if you've already got the game
for DLC, right,
you're getting a lot of game for such a small amount of money in relative terms. To other stuff that's available.
There's all right, don't you, Duke? There's all right.
Well, yeah, I mean, I must.
To be fair, here's the funniest thing: I paid less for the main game than I've paid for the DLC because I pre-ordered the main game from Russian Good Old Games, and it cost 21 quid. I paid 21 quid for the original game, and at the time, I'm like, did the right thing there because it's probably worth about 21 quid when it first came out. So yeah, I bought it from Russian Good Old Games and got a really good exchange rate, and it cost me very little. So I've paid less than 45 quid for that and the DLC. So bargain.
Nice, you. That is a man who knows how to get a bargain.
Well gone those days are, I tell you. But yeah, massive thumbs up. Get it played. Just play it. I mean, that really is the phrase, just play it, because it is amazing so far. So there you go.
Very good, very good. I think is it my turn?
It is. Back to you, Ben.
I played last week. I spoke about it for a short period, but I had 2 games of it. CS:GO 2, Counter-Strike.
Oh yeah, it's just CS2 now. Okay. They dropped the Go.
Yeah,
CS2, baby.
All my friends
so
are
like, is it totally different to you? Is it completely revolutionary?
Well, I got as many kills as I usually do, and that's not many. But no, all my friends were like, "Come on, let's give it a go. Let's get rolling." And we've just got one friend who is just absolutely elite at video games, and then the rest of us suck. So he just has to. His job is to carry us, and then every 5 rounds one of us has a round where we kind of do all right.
Yeah, I planted the bomb.
Yeah. Oh, dude, don't. Because I got to the point where I jumped on the bomb. I hadn't played Counter-Strike. They went, let's just go into a full ranked. Doesn't matter what happened.
Ranked?
I got in the bomb.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
He's a madman.
I got in the bomb and I went, so what button is it? Pressing E. It's like, it's 5, you idiot, and right click.
Doesn't it have a tooltip that's like hold E to plant bomb?
No, because you know when you're in that moment. Because it's ranked as well. This guy cares.
You can't see anything on the screen.
There's smoke going everywhere. There's gunfire. I'm just there trying to hold this button going, what button do I press? I tell you what, we had, I think it's the first to 12, six rounds terrorists, 6th round being the police, whatever it is. But attack and defense. But no, I had a really good time with it. Partly
if you have a good group of people. Sorry, go ahead.
No, if you've got a good group of people who know it's not serious, it's all right. But the problem is, we were 4 and it's a 5-man. So one round, everyone was lovely, and then every so often you get a rando who's just like, but then the randos are funny because they're like, my friend Ollie wasn't doing too well, and he was like, yo guys, kick Ollie. He's being such a bad player. So we were just slating Ollie like, pull it together, man.
The rando said you got to go, Ollie. This is your last chance.
He's calling you out. He's calling you out, but no.
But there's a satisfaction in that game that is a little, I mean, I like Call of Duty, but it doesn't compare. Like Call of Duty, winning a round of Call of Duty isn't as thrilling as winning a round of CSGO. Or CS2, I guess it is now. Yeah, there's some. I didn't play it. I haven't played it in a long time, but when I did, and I just uninstalled it because I don't think it's my thing anymore. But there was a certain like, yes, we did it. It's just, I don't know.
For me, it was when I got a kill. I literally was like, whoa, that actually landed. Like, wow, that did it.
That box is around my name. It's showing that I killed somebody. I guess I play on servers that show who killed who, but I don't.
It still does that. Yeah, but there is some players though where like, I peek and you're just dead.
Oh yeah,
instantly.
They know exactly. They've played it for 7 million hours. They know exactly where you're gonna be before you even think of going that way.
Yeah.
Damn it!
I think the server must know there's one good player and there was one good player on their team, and wherever he was, we would just switch and like, because our friends Nem is his gamer tag. We just go to him, bro. You're taking him out. As soon as he dies, though, we're like, we're screwed. Lost this round.
It's on.
Do you know what? We had one round though where all 3 of us we all pulled it together, got a round. So we won one and we lost one. But no, it's good fun if you've got a group of friends that are not taking it too serious. I don't know why, but the microphones on CS:GO, they're always so. You can hear the saliva of each player. As
lovely.
They play. I don't understand. There's something about those.
What does that even mean?
No, honestly,
like,
there is
slurping noises.
National Public Radio in the U.S. has that problem too. They'll be like, today's episode. It's like, you need a less sensitive mic. NPR, come on.
Like, you know, sometimes you play games and like the microphones are miles away or they're a bit funny. For some reason, every CS:GO round, it's just like.
I think it's
guys. We gotta do
the quality of the thing, and the people who play it tend to be, I'm leaning way in. And they don't like drink water, so they're just.
Can I just say, by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Go for it.
But we've got a chatter in the Twitch chat.
Ooh.
Who says this is weird? I haven't watched the podcast since 2016.
What?
It's called Making Some Tea. Only remembered it because I have emails sent to the Veteran Gamers email from 2016.
Dude,
so I put welcome back, and then they put, what happened to Chinny? Is he still on the podcast?
He changed his name to Ben. Why don't shame Ben?
It is Chinny. Can you not tell?
Can you not tell? Trying to get a beard like Chinny.
Slightly
He's
younger.
gonna have a baby soon.
Yeah, no. What's happened? We'll be totally honest. Chinny had a baby on Friday.
Yeah, now he's my father,
and now he's being a dad for this week. So he did
come to talk about Uncharted.
Yeah,
so
he
that's
was on earlier, and then he went.
Yeah.
So Ben is our fill-in person. So
Ben,
which he's doing a cracking job. Can I just say?
You guys are too kind.
I know, amazing job.
All right, anything else about CS2 for you, Ben?
Absolutely nothing to say.
Okay, still fun.
Is that it?
Epic Game Store. What?
Yep.
Oh, was that?
Hit me, Duke. Hit me. That was passionate. That was passionate.
I got 3 games. Yeah. Epic Game Store.
Epic.
Gave away 2 games. I played both games that they gave away this past week.
Oh my god!
I know, right? The heck? Because one of them, you're swinging a sword around, and I was like, "Ooh, okay,
perfect for you."
First, I'll talk about Model Builder, which is the opposite of an exciting video game where you're swinging a sword around. exactly what it says on the tin. You're building models from kits. And I mean, I mentioned when I play the electrician simulator game, like I should actually be learning how to repair things instead of just playing a video game
in real
where you
life,
pretend
you
to
mean?
repair things. Yeah. Well, Model Builder, so much more so. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm building a make-believe airplane model. I could be building look, I'm never going to go to a war. So Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, that makes sense, right? You can't go to Skyrim. That makes sense. Train simulator, I'm never going to drive a train. Flight simulator, I'm never going to fly a plane. Model Builder, like, goddamn, give me a break. It's even more ridiculous than Lawnmower Simulator, because Lawnmower Simulator, you have to leave the house and like go do things. Model Builder, I can make a model. That said, it's kind of fun.
Wow. You could just do you have Earthfix in America? Is that a thing over there?
Do I have ethics? Yes, I
No,
have ethics.
no, Earthfix.
Airfix. What is that?
So in the UK, when I was a kid growing up, and I think they're still around, you could get what were called Earthfix models, right? And there were these plastic kit models of like warplanes, ships,
well, sure, a model
helicopters, and they were made out of plastic, and you had little plastic
you're describing
pins.
a model.
And you said, well, there was a specific make in the UK. That's all you could get. There was
great.
no one else
there's several specific companies that make them in the US.
What models, Duke? What models,
and then you used to get enamel paint, these tiny pots of enamel paint.
I'm getting to that. Why don't you shush and let me talk? You have it's exactly like that. You get this box and you use the X-Acto knife to cut open the box, and then you have these. There's a name for them, but I don't remember what they're called. Like the thing with the little pieces in it, and you have to like and you zoom in on the little area where it's connected to the plastic holder, and you cut it away, and then you have the different pieces of the thing, and it'll snap to it at certain moments so that you don't have to fuss and fidget to try to get the pieces together. And then it's just, then you can apply decals. The decal part of the game is not great because you can rotate the model, but in order to rotate the decal, you have to use this dial over here, and it's hard to get it perfect, in terms of like at a 90-degree angle or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like to get, if you want to have a star that's perfectly centered on the hood of your car or whatever, you have to work at it for quite a while to get it to look perfect. So I don't know. I just thought that was dumb. They ought to have a way to just snap to, you know what I mean? Like right in the center of it or something. But then it's like you make the thing, and then what? So I made a plane, and you have a shelf, and you go and you put it on the shelf, and that's it. And then you go and make the next thing. And I was just like, it would be cool if you could like fly them, or I don't know, make a mobile so that they're kind of like rotating around you or something. I don't know. It just felt
that's not authentic to modeling, love, is it? Modeling is just sit there on a shelf gathering dust,
right.
don't they?
Anyway, the second thing I did when it was first leading me down the path was they gave me a little figurine to paint. And as soon as I started, I'm like, hey, I'm Tim Kelly. So, of course, I had to take a picture of it and share it on Threads with Tim Kelly. So, shout out to Tim Kelly. Shout out to, I doubt she's listening. But I meant to do it at the start of the show. If Analia is listening, Analia, you out there? Shout out to Virtuosi in Achaia. And she's great. But anyway, I forgot that I had told her about the show. She's probably not listening, but who knows? Maybe she is. Anyway, Model Builder. I got like halfway through my second model. I painted the little figurine and put him on the shelf. And then I was like, and then they're like, okay, we're going to show you how to do the decals with this race car. And I got about 55% through the race car. And I was like, ugh, this just feels not boring, but just, I feel like I'm wasting time. You know what I mean? Like I really should be actually making a model if I'm going to spend
Was you ever
time.
a model, like had models when you were a kid or older?
A
or
little
Lego,
bit.
or
I was more of a
like
Lego guy.
Lego.
I wanted to have the creativity to do whatever I wanted. Models felt too constrained.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me now that's like, yeah, I should get a model kit. I can make a model. Like, how hard is it
you
to
could make a model. It's not like cross stitch, but with plastic.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd have the thing when I'm done. Like right now, I just have the thing on a virtual shelf. I could put a real model behind me.
What about you, Stu? Did you have any models? Were you a model?
I made
Lego?
loads of models when I was a kid.
What was your proudest one? What's your proudest one?
And he was a model. He used to pose in his underwear, and
I think I made a Spitfire one time, a Spitfire fighter plane, from World War II.
yeah.
And I had it all, and I sat there with me little tins of, and I used to do plasticast models as well. By the way, I used to do those as well, which was a lot of fun. You know, where you used to get a rubber mold upside down and stick plaster of Paris in it and all that kind of stuff, and then let it set. And then I used to sit and paint them. I was a proper nerdy kid. You know, I was just sitting there. My friend built the Millennium Falcon, but obviously I couldn't build that because it was so expensive. You know, like Earthix back in the day. You know, some of the bigger kits were like Lego. Now they were super expensive. So yeah, you sit there with your little tins of enamel paint, painting all the right camouflage colours and making it look cool and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I built loads. I used to get glue all over your hands. My mum used to go mad because it was all over the table as well. So you
didn't bother putting newspapers down or anything.
No, fuck that shit, man. But yeah,
we used to table, Mom.
We used to have a lot of fun back in the day.
A lot of fun.
So yeah, so I've been known to build a lot of. I mean, Millie's obsessed with Lego now. She builds loads of Lego. A boyfriend. I came home the other week from work. I came home and it was raining outside, and her and a boyfriend were sat building the Lego Vespa.
That story could have gone a different way. That's all right.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what you saw when you came home. They were quickly like, get out the Legos. Yeah,
they were sat at the table building the Vespa, and like, what are you doing? Oh, we went.
That's what they call it now, building the Vespa.
Wanted something to do when it was raining.
Yeah.
So yeah, to build that. Now
that's did you do models when you were a kid?
Not particularly, no. Some of my friends got into the Lego, and it was more Lego, to be honest. But it's so impressive what people can build. Especially, I loved it though when you just got a box of Lego rather than a whole, and you just whatever happens,
whatever you want.
Just make it. It's like it literally is the birth of Minecraft. Like I was like,
totally
if this could ever be like in a video game, this would be so much. Because you know when it gets all a bit tricky, and then Minecraft came out, and now.
But I feel bad for Lego in a way because, you know, if they've tried to make a game that can have the same magic as Minecraft and it just ain't happening.
Yeah,
I mean,
it didn't happen.
They've done okay with like Lego Star Wars, Lego, you know, Lord of the Rings, whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, in terms of like the magic of Lego, you know, having that box, I had this box. Somebody got me like a complete Lego set at one point, which was like a whole bunch of gray tiles, blue boxes, red, you know, like a lot of different pieces used to make all sorts of stuff. And then every time somebody gave me a Lego set, I just put it in that box so that covered it in clothes and it was like all bulging. But every time I opened it, I was like, what am I going to make today? Like the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Do you know, I used to work in a care home, and one of the residents built the care home out of matchsticks. He actually built the whole care home, windows, doors, everything, and lollipop sticks. He used lollipop sticks and matchsticks, and it was amazing. Painted it, the whole caboodle, and it was on this massive piece of cardboard.
That's impressive.
Nice.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
What was your thing? Lego models? What's the best thing you've ever built?
Yeah.
Send a speed pipe or email.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm liking Ben. He's taking over the show. I love it.
I'm not. I'm just
totally taking up. No, it's fine. I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right, Stu, you got another games?
Yes, I have, right, because Jason has been going mental about Pentiment. He's like, oh, you need to play it. It's amazing. Oh, best game this year. Oh, it's phenomenal. I think it came out last year. But anyway, best game ever. It's amazing. Play the game. It's bloody brilliant, right? So I was like, suppose I better play it then, you know, give this thing a go. So I booted it up in Xbox Game Pass because it's free. It's in Game Pass. So I booted this thing up and I thought, well, I can't be asked to install it. I'm just going to play it on cloud, right? And then it went, there's a 15-minute wait. I'm like,
oh, jeez.
What? 15? God, I've got 15 minutes to wait for this game to start. What the hell? And it genuinely wasn't. It went like, oh, 10 minutes left. 5 minutes, you're on. Right, so it literally took 15 minutes to get into the game. And then I think I played it for about as long as it took me to get into it. So I think I played it for about 15 minutes. And
Sorry, Jason.
No, genuinely not because of that. Genuinely, because I just had stuff to do, but I've got half an hour spare. I'll give this game a quick go, see if it's any good. And obviously I only ended up playing it for 15 minutes. I've got a few things to say about it, though, even in that first 15 minutes of the game.
Say it, Stu. Say it.
I'm going to bloody say it. The art style is brilliant. This game,
I would love to see it, but Chinny fucked off.
I know, Chinny fucked off, so we can't stream any of the game stuff.
I can look at it now.
Looks amazing, can I just say. The art style's great. I And I love the way it's set up. So it's kind of set up in a book. So you're in you're playing a book. As weird
It's
as
like
that
a Monty
sounds.
Python. I'm looking at it now. It's like a Monty Python cartoon.
It is. It is just
people
like
walking back and
oldie
forth.
worldy, like
Yeah,
Middle
I
Ages.
don't know if I'd call the graphics amazing, but
No,
it
I think
looks
the
like
art
it's
style's
polished.
great. I think it's a great
it's
art
an interesting art style.
So anyway, you zoom in on like a picture in the book, and then that's where you play the game from.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely going to give it more of a go this week, and when I've got
It definitely looks like a Jason Gallagher game that he would like. And I could totally see him being into this.
Yeah, it totally does, and I think it's going to be good. It's Obsidian who've done it. You know, they've done a lot of stuff. Didn't they Fallout New Vegas?
They did New Vegas, yes, it's true.
So they've got good pedigree. You know, they're usually glitchy,
Pillars
but I haven't
of
had any
Eternity,
glitches.
which I couldn't get to.
Yeah, no glitches so far. So things are looking up.
It's a fucking 2D game.
Well, you never know. They haven't got a good track
Storybook game.
record.
Yeah,
Like fucking Bethesda, they're just as bad. And they did the Outer Worlds as well, which was pretty good. That was kind of a space RPG, which was fine. But yeah, so far so good. I think I feel like this was a bit of a passion project. I feel like someone at the company was like, "Oh, I've got this idea for a really cool game. Do you mind if I do it?" You know what I mean? And I think that's how this came about. I feel like there's maybe a very small team who wanted to work on something different to the normal stuff they're doing. So yeah, I'm going to give it a good shake this week because I kind of like, along with Phantom Liberty, I think they're going to be the two things I'm going to be concentrating on in the next week or so.
And okay.
So yeah, so
Sounds
it's a small thumbs up at the moment. I think it could be my kind of game.
A pinky up, maybe.
Yeah, pinky up. It's a pinky up at the moment, but I'll report back next week when I've had more time to play it.
Tune in again next week, people, for more news on
keeping you giving you a reason to come back next week now.
Yeah.
Find out if Pentiment is actually any good.
Right. Ben, you got anything else?
I have nothing else to talk about. I've had a busy week.
Okay.
Cleaning those windows. That's
by the way, what's this your brother saying here? Ben's good at making Victorian houses. What does that mean?
Oh, yeah. I just a preference. I was like a year 2 at the time, but we had a box. We had to make a Victorian house, and honestly, it was one of the worst things I ever made. I remember saying to my dad, "Look what I've made," expecting them to be absolutely buzzing with it, as proud as I was. And Dad was just like, you know that look where he looks at your mum's eyes like, "What the hell is that thing?" Like, he's like, "Yeah, good." Like, tap me on the head, like, "Yeah." And then years later, he was like, "Let me take a picture so I can remember this." And years later, he showed the picture, and it was it was a piece of junk. It was a piece of junk.
Do you know what I always remember at school when you were given projects to build something?
Yeah.
There was always some kid came in whose parents had clearly built it, so it would be the best. You know what I mean?
There's The Simpsons where they go, and for the kid who clearly had no help from their parents, Lisa Simpson and Ralph Wiggum. I'm Idaho. Sure you are, Ralph.
Do you remember that, Duke? Someone has done some homework. You're like, is this AI or is this parents?
Well, that's every day now. Well, I don't think they're parents because their parents don't care enough to do it for them, but they'll get the AI to do it. So
have you noticed any kids who were really terrible who've suddenly improved
from F's to A's?
Because that's the thing. I give them a writing assignment the first day. And so I've gotten some that are like, wait a minute, it's too the giveaway right now is when it's too vague. I had someone give something in that was like the problem with being a teenager is blah blah blah, 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 it's this and that, and there are many challenges that face teens, and teens face many challenges. And it was just like, none of this is about you. This isn't about your life. This is about just teenagers in general. Do it over. So
nice, Duke. You called him on it.
Yeah, that's right, her. Okay, I got 2 more real quick. Bloons TD6. I had gotten this from Epic Game Store a while ago, free, and it's exactly what it sounds like. The problem with, this is one of the gold standards now for like tower defense games, and it's got a lot of depth. You have all these monkeys that are throwing darts at balloons, and the balloons are coming in all these different colors. You hit the red one and it pops. You hit the blue one, it turns yellow. You hit the yellow one, it turns red or whatever. So, it's the way tower defense games work. You know how it goes.
It's super colorful. I'll give it that.
It's super colorful. It was designed for mobile, but it works great on the PC.
Yeah, you can tell it's a mobile game.
The problem is that it's like... Defense Grid, you've got towers blasting monsters. This game, it's like,
yeah, just a monkey game. Dart, dart, dart.
it's a monkey throwing a dart. Like, that's not as satisfying. So to power up the monkey is just like, and now he can throw 2 darts at once.
I'll tell you what,
it's not
they come
satisfying
fast, don't they? Flip it.
Well, yeah, it's a very hectic game. And it's, satisfying if you're looking for a very colorful game that's like, it does what it says on the tin. It's a tower defense, but I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to play a tower defense game, I might as well play Defense Grid again, because that was
that looks like a much more sophisticated game than this.
Yeah. So anyway, it's fine, but it's just, I'm glad I didn't pay for it, because I think I'd be frustrated if I had.
Yeah.
And then, as I say, this past week, Epic Game Store gave away a sword game called Soulstice, Soulstice. And it's Devil May Cry. It's clearly trying to be Devil May Cry. It starts off with this long cutscene about, like, in the beginning days, the chaos reigned, and then the gods emerged, and they had their most perfect creation, man, but then there was a corruption in man. And it just goes on and on and on, and it's got, like, this stained glass window with, like, 12 pictures on it, and it just keeps rotating between the 12, and I was just like, make it stop. And I watched it for as long as I could, and I was like, I don't care. Let's just skip. I try not to skip cutscenes when I'm just starting a game, but just
yeah, you'd had enough.
Yeah, I'd had enough. You have a first fight scene that is bananas. Like, it's bonkers. It's all these monsters jumping at you from all directions. You've got, like, this wizard who's controlling them, and you're on, like, a piece of falling castle, and there's all this stuff going on around you, and you're just like, blah. Fortunately, as with Devil May Cry, it doesn't take much to do the battle, right? Because you're just like doing combos and and then they're like, now try hitting this button as well, and you're like boom, 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 and it's very lively, and it's entertaining,
action packed, constant, something, all colors as well on the screen,
right? Lots of colors. There's a really purple and gray at the first scene, and then later on it switches to a different color palette. And I know you've said, Stu, about like Bayonetta and Azora's Wrath, those over the top,
I love those games,
combat games. It's not quite on that level, like over the top, but it is clearly trying to give people what they want in terms of just like lots of stuff coming at you.
Yeah, he has got a giant sword as well, we should say. I'm having a is it a she? Oh, I thought it was a bloke, funnily enough.
Well, she's got this hood on, you can't see her face very well, but it becomes clear that it's
a big sword anyway.
She's got a very big sword. And then her sister, I guess, is like this spirit child behind her. And like, she gives you defenses and stuff. So it's an interesting interplay between the two characters. Eventually, the first fight scene ends, and then you're on a boat. I guess it says I think it says 1 day earlier, which is pretty crazy because it's a very different scenario that you move to. And I guess it says 1 day earlier. I can't remember exactly how much time, but it wasn't, 6 years earlier. Anyway, you on a boat and you come to this sort of like town that's like burning and everyone's dead. And there's monsters everywhere. And it's like kind of dripping you some story now. It's weird. It's feast or famine. The open cutscene was like 70 hours of exposition. And then once you're in the game, it's like, where are the other Reapers at? Like, we'll find them and this and that. I'm scared. And like, you need to focus. And whatever. It was just kind of weird to go from the over the top storytelling to the tiny little bits of story.
They had a giant budget and they spent it all at the beginning.
They did.
Yeah. So
it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm looking at it now.
It's good.
It doesn't look that bad.
The problem is the camera. Like Devil May Cry, they just said, let's look Devil May Cry. Let's just take that and copy and paste it for the most part. I'm just not used to forced perspective cameras. You know what I mean? Like, you go up the stairs and the camera kind of follows you up the stairs. And then like you want to see around the corner. Once you go up the stairs, you got to wait for the camera to kind of swing into position.
Yeah.
And it never really puts you at a disadvantage. Once there's a battle, it'll show you the battlefield, and that's fine. But I'm just so used to games like Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Oh, God.
Playing that. Yeah. Where you have total control over the camera. And I just feel like in 2023, who's making a game where you can't actually control the camera? Because in that first fight scene, you have total control of the camera. So I know they could do it. It's just for whatever reason they don't want to let you have control of the camera. And I guess it's probably to be like more suspenseful and stuff.
And they do a reasonable job of it from what you're saying, so it's not the end of the world, I guess.
Right. It's not. It's just when I think about it, like, do I want to play that? I'm like, I don't like being limited by the camera. It's a stupid reason, but the combat also gets a little repetitive at a certain point. So I don't know. It's the best of the 3 free games I played this week. It's good.
Are you going to stick with it?
I'm not. I uninstalled it. It just doesn't have its hooks in me. So, I don't know. When I've got more Phoenix Rising, like, why eat hamburger when you can have steak?
That's true.
Preach.
That is true.
Does it bring me joy? Immortals
exactly.
That brings me joy. That game brings me joy. God damn it!
Does it bring you joy? That is the measure now of whether you continue playing a game.
It's always been the measure of I play. Yes,
does
Rocket
it bring
League and
you
Skyrim
joy?
bring me joy. Yes, they do.
Does it bring you joy?
Right, that brings me joy. Hell no.
That's it for what we've been playing.
Yes.
So we have got quite a few emails and the speak pipe, so I think we should get on to those.
It's so nice to have sound effects that
Whoa, that ruled.
Yeah.
Can I just say, making some tea, said in the chat, it was a bit of a weird one. He said, I've just checked more of the emails. One of them is just, I cum blood. I don't even remember this, right? So let me just apologize for
sounds like a Jason Gallagher email.
Well, I did wonder that. So I have actually searched that in the show info emails, all the emails we've ever received. Yeah. And I can't find it. The only thing I can find is
probably for the best.
Johnny Fart Pants, and he says, this is from, when is this from? 2013. So that's how long ago this is. So this is from 2013. He says,
okay.
Hello, Stu, Duke, and Chinny. Do not take the following seriously. I was listening to your last show and I heard people vying for my position as a temporary stand-in when you require such a thing. I'm already aware that if you replace me with a highly skilled orator, good work, fella, by the way, I wish to remind you that I have shed blood, tears, and sweat to sit in that chat in a nonsense for our favourite hobby. I am no longer willing to sit idly by and let non-Aussie voice boys talk seriously about gaming. The flaming mongrels are really starting to get my geeky tits. So here I am. Do with me as you please. Just remember, I have to be in bed by 10:30 most nights. And I will make this huge sacrifice to come in all your ears once more. And that's the only reference I can find to come. So I don't think it's that.
I would hope not.
Yeah. And he has spelled come in the, the C-U-M way. So
yeah, we got it, Frank. I don't think you need to spell
that
out.
In case you wasn't
it's
aware.
already not for children.
I'm impressed Jason Gallagher hasn't sent any emails like that. That's impressive, Jason. Impressive.
Your restraint is admirable.
Can I just say there is a Jason Gallagher email from 2021 that does refer to cum. He said, I've been watching Elon
you've
Musk.
ruined it, Jason.
I've been watching Elon Musk gaming Twitter to pump the crypto cum rocket to the moon. So he did make a reference to it there at that point.
A classy reference.
Classy reference. So they're the only things. And also Derek Signs. I mean, I know we got not Derek now, but he did. He said, I've never tried any of the Leisure Suit Larry games before, and if Magna Cum Lord is the best in the series, I doubt I'll try any others. So he makes a reference there. So there you go. So they're all at it. They were all at it.
They're all at it.
And that was from 2016. This is how far back I can go into our emails that we've received over the years. So there you go.
I have nothing more to say on the subject.
That's all I have to say about that, as Forrest Gump said.
Yeah, nothing more to say. Making some tea, by the way. It says, is it still podcast at veterangamers.co.uk? It isn't, is it, Duke? What's the new email address, Duke?
VG Podcast UK?
Yeah, at Google at gmail.com. So it is VG
that,
Podcast.
Actually, I don't remember.
Yeah, you're completely correct. VG Podcast UK at gmail.com.
There it is.
Although the podcast one does still work. So that if you did send it.
Yeah, but you don't want to have to go to that.
No, but we would still get it.
We can't confirm that we're going to check it, people. Don't trust that old one.
So, yeah. So, I'm guessing that's not... Without knowing his actual email address. I can't find it or his name.
Yeah, that's
so
okay.
There you go.
Let's move
if
on.
you send us another one, I'll see if I can search it out.
Yes.
Right, that's unless his email's changed, which is possible, I guess. It's possible.
Could be.
So talking of emails, let's actually get on to ones that we've received.
go
Jason,
ahead.
talking of podcast at veterangamers.co, Jason still insists on using it. So here we go.
He's stuck in his ways.
He's stuck in his ways. He likes, the status quo. Bless him. So anyway, Jason says, Chin's little Ben.
Okay.
He says, congratulations on the Little Ben edition last week. Ben, I love the Turtles, and I've seen the first multiverse. Great recommendations.
There you go.
So there you go. I wanted to warn any players of Pentiment in Game Pass. In Act 2, I ran into a menu bug while playing the game. If this happens, just click New Game and use the Y button to continue a different save. Still an amazing game. Oh, well, so hopefully that won't happen. This week, I want to recommend Day Tripper. It's one of the highest reviewed graphic novels of all time, and with great reason. Please check it out.
Day Tripper. See, there's a movie called The Day Trippers, which is awesome. Parker Posey. Anything Parker Posey's in, except for House of Yes. I didn't like that one, but Parker Posey's awesome in Day Trippers. But there's a graphic novel called Day Tripper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. So check it out. And then he says, Chin, get to work. Jason. So there you go.
It's a graphic novel about a writer. I don't know. Sometimes those self-circular things are bunk. But I'll check it out. I like graphic novels. I just got done reading a collection called The Outside, which is about trans and non-binary folks. A lot of people writing about their experiences being trans and non-binary. It's really good. Every time I got into one of those stories, it would end, and I'd be like, no, I want to keep going with reading about this person's life. So anyway, that's my recommendation for the week.
By the way, Making Some Tea said he's tweeted Duke it. So he's tweeted you his email address. So I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Use Twitter anymore?
I don't think you've used it now.
What is Twitter? Twitter doesn't exist.
X. He's X'd it you.
Yeah.
He's X'd it you. Okay, next email tonight is from The Silent Gamer.
Okay.
The Silent Gamer, or A Silent Gamer. Silent Gamer. And he says, Boss Battle, My Story.
Okay.
So he goes, hey, Stu, Chinny, Duke, and Ben. He doesn't say that, but I thought about it in seeing as you're here.
Yeah.
Hope you're all well. Last time you spoke about boss battles, I wanted to chip in and add mine if that's okay.
We were talking about our favorite and the most interesting and satisfying boss fights.
Yeah. I think this is, by the way, I think this is the first time this person has emailed in, so that's always great to get a new email.
Yeah, thanks for emailing in finally.
My best boss battle was Pokemon Red.
Okay, we want Pokemon
the Elite
next.
Four. Now, I've never played a Pokemon game. Have you played a Pokemon game, Ben?
Yeah, I love Pokemon. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you played Pokemon Red?
Yeah, I think that was on the old Game Boy.
It was.
Okay.
So let's see if this resonates with you, Ben. See if this resonates. He says, it was very tough battle for me as I went through the entire game scum saving. What does that mean, Ben? What's scum saving?
I do not know.
So anyway, he goes on to say, I was about 10 at the time. I would save before a trainer wants to battle. If you then lost the battle, you would lose money, and I didn't want to lose any money. So I would turn off the Game Boy and reload the game and battle them until I won the battle. That must be what scum saving is then.
I have done that before as well.
So you've done the scum saving, whatever that is.
I'm a scum.
So I just looked it up on, there's a Reddit post that says, I just learned about, it says save scumming here. It enrages me. How is this a thing? Blah, blah, blah. The top comment says, save scumming is saving right before a point that has a fail state that isn't necessary for moving forward, like pickpocketing in Skyrim, getting caught, reloading to avoid in-game consequences that aren't game over. That's the scummy part.
Do you know some games now I've got very smart? The first one I ever remember was Midnight Club, where it was pink slips. And I was like, well, I'll just save before, and if I lose, I lose.
Yeah.
I lost my favourite car and was like, don't worry, I can take it back for a save. Flipping GTA, who was it? Rockstar. Thought about that. They'd already encrypted it so that you couldn't go back. There was no physical way. I remember there just going, oh my gosh, I've lost my favourite cars ever.
You see.
This person's mad that people are shaming people Because he says if you're allowed to, or she or they, if you're allowed to save at any point, you're allowed to save and load at any point. I can't believe people are shamed for saving and loading where they want.
Wow.
So,
Let's see what else happens. So he said a friend at the time told me even if I lost to the Elite Four, my Pokemon would keep their XP gained and your Pokemon would be stronger and you only lost a tiny amount of money. So the trade-off wasn't that bad. So coming to the end game, my Pokemon weren't as strong as my friend's Pokemon, and we had the link cable and would battle each other's Pokemon. He'd win every time. I just insisted with the save scumming technique, as I didn't want to. It just persisted. Sorry, with the save scumming techniques, I didn't want to lose my money. So when I beat the fourth member, I was ecstatic, jumping for joy, telling my mum what had happened. Who was probably going, "What? What are you talking about?" And then I beat the game and achieved being the Pokemon champion, or I would have been, if Gary hadn't just done so beforehand and felt like he's giving you a right kick in the bollocks. Now you have to defeat him as well with however many Pokemon you had that weren't fainted. I was devastated.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
What does that all mean? I have no idea what all that means.
So you have to like fight the 4 bosses. Each one, level 1's obviously easier, level 2, and then level 4 is like so hard, but they have different types. So say you've got like a fire Pokemon. Well, if you're against like Earth Pokemon, they're dead easy. But then if you had a water one, it would just wipe your Pokemon so quick. So you had to like get a balance of different Pokemon. You could only have like 6 as well, I think it is, during the 4 battles. And like the last one would be rock hard, but they would change every time. So you don't know which one you get. If you think, well, I had water level 1, they're quite weak. I'll just put a fire one, take a little bit of damage level, but they would like change up every time. And when you defeat the 4th guy, I remember that going, done it, celebratory, and then Gary would turn up.
What? So is Gary one of the enemies? I'm assuming.
Yeah. So you defeat.
Gary,
what a name for an enemy in a game, Gary.
No, I think don't get me started on Gary.
I think it's like you have a person that comes along with you, that's like your arch enemy. So you defeat the 4 and you go, I've done it. And then this guy or gal, whoever you would call, would come up and go, well, I want to battle you. And you've got all your Pokemon are absolutely dead on their feet.
Well, that's what he said. They only had the ones left that weren't fainted.
Yeah.
So he said, anyway, in brackets, but I probably should have seen it coming, as he's always one step ahead of you in the game.
He is.
So, after so many attempts and reboots of the Game Boy, I finally wiped the smile off that smug little prick's face as he runs off crying, having a tantrum to his grandpa, Professor Oak.
Yeah.
That was a really tough boss fight for my 10-year-old self, and I was super proud at the time. Pokemon Red is the only Pokemon game I have ever played. The game was amazing at the time and holds so many happy memories of a much more simpler time. So, see, that gave him joy.
Yeah,
as devastated as he was, right? The game gave him joy.
No, Pokemon is a love-hate relationship. But I remember when you get to that stage, you've grinded all these hours and hours and hours, and you've put it in. And then as well, the guy would always pick, if you picked like a grass type, he would pick a fire type. So he'd always pick opposite to you. So you'd always have a hard matchup right at the end of the game. Like, oh, yes. Impressive.
It just sounds, Anyway, he says, thanks for all the podcasts you do. Keep up the good work. And then he has put a little after note saying the email address on YouTube is still podcast@veterangamers.co.uk. And Duke read out vgpodcastuk@gmail. So he wasn't sure which was the right one. He sent it to that one, which is the right one. And we need to get Chinny on YouTube to sort that shit out because he's the one logged into the Veteran Gamers YouTube.
He's busy, man. He's busy.
So we need to
get things
get
going on.
What? He's pretending to be busy.
No,
I don't think he's actually busy.
Just because he's got a bloody baby. I mean, fucking hell, honestly. Thanks ever so much for that. It's a great email. And it's great to have new emailers in. I love it when new people email in. And thank God we had Ben on the show because I don't think Duke plays Pokemon. So, we had Ben to sort us out.
Yeah. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, we needed someone young tonight to sort us out with that stuff. Next one's off Darren Sim, and he says, question this week is, what is your pet hate in video games?
What?
Mine, for example, is forced boss fights or boss fights. Now
What is your pet hate? I thought he meant like, what does your pet not like? I'm like, what?
That is funny. Games just don't need them now. Obviously, not all games. So he's saying boss fights in general are his pet hate in video games these days. What are yours?
Mine's I don't know if it's a pet hate. It's just I just don't play those games. They've got microtransactions that help you make you stronger. That is
pay
just
to win.
Instant turn off. Whatever game.
Of course.
It's just
pay to win is bullshit,
that is
man.
the ultimate worst thing for me.
Yeah,
but
of course, the rich kid shouldn't be the one who wins. We should all have an equal chance.
Mm.
In fact, the poor kid probably is the one who should be winning because he didn't have a job to go to, so he's sitting around playing games all day.
Right. Duke, pet hates in video games.
I don't think I have a pet hate. I mean, racism on online games, that's pretty bad. But
that's fair enough. I think that happens a lot, doesn't it?
No, that's the easy one. Anyway, it's like when people are like, hangnails are my pet peeve. I'm like, yeah, I hate child pornography myself. That's a real problem, but whatever. Hangnails are frustrating too. No. Anyway, I would say, again, this is sort of like what I was thinking today. I've gotten spoiled by games that allow you to customize your character. So now when I can't, I'm like, I don't want my character to look like that. I want my character to look like this. So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty ridiculous, but that's how I feel.
My pet hating in videos is pointless collectibles. These just things that you have to go around and collect. You see, they're just pointless. What is the point? You're just doing it to get a trophy or fucking 100 points on bloody Xbox or whatever, and you're just collecting this shit for no reason. Right, and another pet hate, and I know that he's fucking addressed it, in Starfield, but fucking pointless junk that you just pick up for no reason. Like, what the hell am I carrying a pencil for?
And I've said this before. I'll say it again. When Fallout 4 came along, they were like, if we make everything in the game pick upable, then you can use it when you're building your settlements and stuff. And I don't know if there are settlements in Starfield. I haven't even looked. I'll find out eventually, I'm sure. But I think they lost their minds a little bit with and then you can pick up folders and you can pick up clipboards. Stop it. I don't want to pick up folders and clipboards. God damn. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I just think it's pointless. It's like, why? Why do I want all this shit? And there's not even any skill in it. It's just coming across stuff.
Well, and it fills up your inventory. That's the part I have a problem with.
Well, and then you can't.
I want to be able to pick up more guns, and I got too many folders with me. And I love the idea of somebody like getting shot at, and he's like, "Take these folders out of my backpack." Like, what the fuck?
You see, the only time, right? And I'll be honest with you, the only time I have collected every collectible in a game was Crackdown.
Yeah, sure. Well,
and there was a reason for it, though, because it enhanced your character's ability.
Get
so
those
it
balls,
actually made
baby.
Sense.
Balls.
What they did so brilliantly well with Crackdown, which no other game has done,
balls.
Some of those balls, you had to have your abilities done to actually collect them. They were really hard to reach places.
It was progression, vertical.
Yeah.
Man, that makes me want to play Crackdown 3 again. I liked Crackdown 3. You hated on it, but I
hated on that game.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay, well, that solved up that problem. What's next? And by the way, people, the Duchess has been in DC all week, so she's coming home in like an hour. I'm very excited.
How's the goats?
The goats are fine. I didn't bring them out today because they're supposed to be raining, so I don't think we've had a lot of rain, but yeah. Right. Anyway, you were going to say, Stu. Yeah. But I had to get up at like 5 a.m. like 3 days this week, because I had early meetings at school, and I had to feed the chickens and take the goats out before that. So I'm in the middle, it's pitch black out. I'm like, I could get murdered at any moment here. It's crazy.
Get murdered.
Work in the farm, Eric. Work in the farm.
Work in the farm.
Yep. Work in the farm.
That's okay. It says my whole name on the screen right here. All right, Stu, what do we got next?
We have got one more email. Oh no, I've not finished this one. What am I talking about?
Oh Christ!
He does carry on. He said one example of a boss fight for him was Resident Evil 7 was so good until the weird boss fights that felt forced, as they had to include them in a way. So they had to just shove them in there because it felt like they had to have a boss fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, something different for this week. Since you're terrible at movies, when Chinny's not here, you got like 4 Jack Black films. Gonna go for songs from a band. Oh, I like this one.
Oh, wow.
So
Wait.
we're gonna start with Queen. So
oh, wow. So we're just supposed to name songs from this band. Okay.
By the band Queen.
Okay. Ben, should you like to start?
I'm going to
know
go.
who Queen is?
Of course, of course.
No, I mean in
Legendary,
June.
man.
You didn't sound too sure.
Well, no, I just suddenly it's a new format. I was used to the other format of having an actor with movies. Now,
Right, well,
we're
we'll
just
get.
suddenly
Look, you go first, then Ben, then me.
No, Ben. I said Ben can go first.
All right, go on then, Ben.
All right.
Go.
The greatest track of all, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay, I'm gonna go for "Don't Stop Me Now."
We Are the Champions.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Thank you.
We Will Rock You.
Yeah, Bicycle.
That's not a great song, but I'll.
No, it is a Queen song though.
Under Pressure.
Oh, it's a good one.
Banger, banger.
Fuck you, Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, for sure.
Radio Gaga.
Oh, that's a good one. Bloody hell. I don't know. I can't think of another one. I should know. There's fucking hundreds of them.
Ben wins.
Really?
Crazy little thing.
I'm done.
Crazy little thing called love.
Okay, I don't know. I'm done. I've never been crazy Queen fans.
Oh, have you not? Oh, my dad and mum went and saw them when they were dating, so I've heard it for another one. Bites the Dust.
Oh, duh! I can't believe I forgot that one.
I should get more of these because I'm not a massive Queen fan, but I should know more Queen. My dad used to have it on all the time.
Take fan away, but you are.
I know. Let me think. I should definitely know some more of these.
Welcome to the best podcast ever.
I'll tell you a funny story about Queen. My mum and dad, when they were dating, my dad phoned up the radio to win 3 tickets to it. And apparently you could take your dog to it. So he took his Alsatian to it as well. And everyone loved his dog so much that they got it drunk. And it ended up vomiting all on the way back. Driving back, it was just vomiting all over the cars, everything. And it was just absolutely disgusting. So mum and dad are like, now, never take a dog to a festival. I was like, well, duh. Who the hell would... Apparently my dad thought it was a good idea. But yeah, that happened at Queen.
Now, I'd love to say that I'd come up with this, but Making Some Tea said Fat Bottom Girls. Fat Bottom Girls. So there you go. But that's not mine, so I can't take credit for that.
I've got to be honest, I was out. I haven't got any.
Damn it! If I'd have thought of that myself, I'd have won.
There you go.
But there'll be hundreds of Queen hits, so that was better than we normally do. So well done, Ben is the winner.
Good job, Ben.
I thank my mum and dad.
So yeah, that was good.
Thanks.
So thank you, Darren. So thanks very much for that. That is another one email, and then we've got one final email, and it's of course. What am I? What am I?
Oh, yeah, riddle time.
And he says, evening, Team VG. Here is a quick snapshot of what I've been playing this week. Assassin's Creed Mirage makes a change to not feel like the map icons are overpowering the map. I give it a 7.5 out of 10, around 8 hours in.
I heard someone complain that it's a short game, and they were like, this isn't a game. Assassin's Creed need to be 50 hours long. This is like 12 or 15. I was like, all right.
Phantom Liberty feels an improvement over the original playing on the Series X. Only around 4 hours in, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I think it might go up that score as you're going along. Anyway, he says, right on to what am I? So here we go. Number 1.
Okay.
Who has married many women but never been married themselves? I know this.
The priest?
The priest. It's got to be the priest, hasn't it? Or the vicar?
The
priest or vicar? The priest. Yay. One.
His hair is too long for a vicar anyway.
Indeed. Forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not. What am I? Forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not.
I know.
What am I? Go.
Well, no, I'll see if y'all can get it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This is your time to shine. Absolute sucker riddles.
Yeah, go.
See if I can give away to clue it.
Yeah.
Backwards, I am not.
No.
Forward, I am ton.
Oh, the wording. Is it
right?
The wording?
Ton.
Ton and not.
Not backwards on a not.
Oh.
It's a ton. Yes. It's a ton.
A ton is correct.
Yes, ton, that's right.
The wordplay.
Yes,
that is good
start.
wordplay.
You know what? Here's the thing: when you watch Primer, if you're trying to figure something out, the first thing to always try is like flip it around, see what it is backwards, and you'd be like, oh, okay.
What can you hold in your right hand but never in your left hand?
Your left elbow.
It's probably true. Let's go with that. I like that. Your left hand. You were close enough. I think
Well, you also can't hold your left elbow. I mean,
Yeah,
unless you
can't.
get your elbow amputated or something.
That is true. That is all, folks. Mark, thank you, Mark.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Thank
Mwah.
you.
Thank you for writing in with something that I can actually answer. Because songs, movies, I'm like, for some reason, like my brain freezes up. It's like, oh yeah, another one bites the dust. Duh.
But riddles, Duke. That's what you were
But
made
riddles,
for.
You were made for
There's ever a
riddles.
treasure map. I'm calling
Yeah.
you, Duke.
There you go.
So,
All right, is it time for speak pipes?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Speak
What the hell is she doing?
Speak pipe. It's the way to leave a message for us.
That was a farcical sound effect.
All right, here it comes from Saint Diesel playing it safe. Oh my goodness. Danger, Will Robinson.
Hey, veteran gamers, it's Saint Diesel back again.
Hey.
After my speak pipe last week about the 1995 movie Hackers and its soundtrack,
Yeah.
and about the internal problems that Sony were having with Hackers, I thought I'd immediately follow it up this week. Just a little bit of a warning for people. As a guy at work who does all his gaming on PC, I don't really do PC gaming these days. Only physical games I have for the PC are To the Moon and Gone Home, not exactly modern games.
Nope.
I don't have any downloaded games on my PC. But this week at work, the guy who does the gaming on his PC, he basically got a virus because he goes on these websites where he tries to get bargains on games, and he made the rookie mistake of going to a site where he thought he was going to get a free game, but instead his hard drive got infected, and he took it to one of these PC repair shops, and he went back the next day, and they basically said there's nothing they could do.
Oh no.
And so he's now going to have to get a brand new hard drive for his PC.
Oh,
And he's going to get one of the solid state drives, so hopefully he'll learn from his mistakes. But I thought, no questions this week, just a reminder to people, be safe online, especially if you're going to places that you've never been before and you don't trust. Basically, just don't do it, I guess. Stay safe online and offline. Until next time.
Yeah, thank you,
Wow,
Saint Diesel.
Duke,
Appreciate
you
that.
know all about this, don't you?
I know all about this. Don't trust people who, even people on your friends list, because that's the thing. It was, for those who don't know, I got my Steam account hacked because I was an idiot one time and I logged into a website I shouldn't have logged into. And now, like, so first of all, it was someone on my friends list, and I don't just add anybody. I don't add anyone now. Now, these days, I'm just like, people are like, on Rocket League, they're like, you're fun to play with. Let me add you. I'm like, no, I'm not adding you, dude. Nothing personal. First of all, on Rocket League, I don't know if y'all have this experience. Stu doesn't play online games, so it's not him.
Nope.
But if I add you, like, if we play together in Rocket League, even if we have fun, I add you. Next time I play, if I see you're online, you're in the middle of a game. I'm not waiting around for you to finish your game. Like, we're not friends. It's just we had a few games together. And generally speaking, I just see the name and it's like, okay, but I don't want to, and sometimes I don't want to put on my headset, and it just becomes a thing. And I don't always want to be messing with it. So I just don't add people in general these days. But I thought it was safe because I figured I had played with this person. They must be reliable. But someone had hacked his account. So then they just went on trying to get other people. So you're right. Saint Diesel is correct. You should be safe. And at this point, like, I can't remember the last thing I've downloaded from a website. Like, everything I do is through apps now. Every game is through Steam or Epic Game Launcher or whatever. Yeah, I just don't download stuff from websites these days.
No.
I don't trust it.
No, especially, even on YouTube, they go, this is the tutorial. And then it ends up just being an absolute scam for virus. And I tell you my worst one, my brother's just put it in the chat, Lama, LMAO, Halo 2 on PC. I heard a rumor that Halo 2 was on PC for free. And I was like,
okay,
guys, come on, let's all get this. And my brother goes, wait, so have you got it on your PC already rolling? I hadn't. but I had saw the YouTube video and someone had it. I says, yeah, but bro, you do it. And I have got it though. I have got it, but you download it and we'll play together. I remember watching my brother click it, going, "So is this right? Is this what you did?" I was like, "Yeah."
Oh my
God!
God!
I did this. I did this.
You bad person.
And then halfway through, I just remember my brother goes, "Bro, this is a virus," and I was like. Shocked face, like, oh my gosh. She goes, "Did this happen when you did it?" I was like, about that. And I just remember he was so angry. And like, you know what it was?
You know, it's not on that level, but when we were playing, this is sort of unrelated, but kind of, when we played Super Mario Brothers, I was young. I must have been like 10 or something like that. Anyway, at one point, my brother goes, "Hey, you know, there's a point where if you jump down the hole on purpose, you get like 3 extra lives. So you lose 1, but you get like 2 more." And I was like, "What? Where?" And he's like, "Right down there." And I was like, "All right." And I jumped down there.
Of course
and then,
you did.
oh my God, I died. And he was like, "Oh, you did it wrong. You gotta be on the second half of the jump." And I was like, "Oh, I'll try again." And like he got me like 3 times. He's like, "You're just doing it wrong." Oh man.
Yeah, you still not done it yet. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, well, look, my logic for my brother was he was a computer whiz, so I thought he would realise, Ben, this feels like a virus. But then my brother was like, "No, dude, you told me you'd already done it." And I remember it bricked his hard drive. I remember my mum and dad were absolutely fuming at her. But their only thing was, their defense was, "Well, you shouldn't be playing violent shooting games anyway." So I was like, "Yes, Mom, that's correct. That's correct. That's correct." So, yeah, don't worry. My brother, even now, he's in the chat, does not let me forget it. And like anything off me going, "Hey, there's this mod." My brother's like, "No, I need to
not
around
doing it.
your
Fuck
house
you.
and see that you've downloaded it. Then I will believe."
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I apologise.
thankfully, I've never ever done anything like that, so I've never bricked my PC or had any issues.
Yeah, you just took a hacksaw to your PC case.
I did, but it still worked afterwards. It didn't get bricked.
It did.
All those Russian CD keys, and you never actually got done by them. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Stu.
exactly.
Yeah, there you go. You see. See, never got
All right, the
done.
Duchess's plane just landed, so we gotta wrap this sucker up.
Oh well, that's okay because it is kind of time to do that. So
it is time.
It's
time for a shout out. Hey!
So I'm going to go first, and I guess
Course,
the very
Stu's gonna go
obvious one is
Go ahead.
congratulations to Mr. Mike Chin.
Yay!
Becoming dad, and little Rosa a shout, and Tara.
Yeah, Rosa, Tara.
Being a great mum to
That's
be.
right.
I guess. I mean, this
she's a
kind of
mom
is a
now,
mum, but you know, there's going to be a lot to come, as we know. When you're bringing up kids, it's always fun. Yeah, and that's about it, really. Just really chuffed for them both, and massive congratulations.
Well done.
I guess.
That's right.
There you go.
All right, Ben. Now you're up.
All right. Thank you guys for having me again.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure what was going to happen, but no, I appreciate it. I want to thank my brother.
Thank you for being flexible.
I'm chill. But thank you, my brother, for all the heart trauma I've put as growing up. But thank you for letting me play Cocoon, and his wife as well. Cooked me some roast dinner with some pie as well. So I felt very honoured.
Nice.
So I appreciate them. And thank
I
you.
love the fact you just went round to play a quick go of it, and you ended up sat there for 4 or 5 hours and played the whole game.
Do you know what's the worst thing? I kept looking, going, "Oh, it's only 4 hours long, this game." Going, "Well, I'm right near the end, guys. I'm right near the end." And then they were like, "Guy, Ben, is this
He's been
ever
playing
gonna
for
end?
like 2 more hours.
Yeah, is this ever going to end?" And I was like, "I'm not sure if it's going to
I
end."
totally get it, though, because it's
never-ending
such a great
video
game. It is a great game.
It is. But no, thank you all so much for having me on these last few weeks, and hopefully, Chin will be here next week.
Yeah, you're very welcome back, obviously, anytime. So
yeah. But thank you all for listening and being kind to me. Very kind.
Yeah.
No, you've been brilliant. Now, we
being
appreciate
here.
you being here, obviously.
That's right.
So massive thanks
I will
to you
shout
for
out
doing it.
Tim Kelly and Tainted Brain. They're the only ones who ever seem to interact with me on Threads. So if anybody out there is on Threads, holler at your boy.
Threads.
Oh.
Shout out to Ben for filling in. Shout out to Chinny and Tara and Rosa. Welcome to our world, man. You better hurry up and start playing some games, girl. Whoop, whoop.
Yes, you will.
Sound effect.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody watching in the chat. Shout out to Mr. D Signs and GHAMV Antonio. Shout out to Fraser and Ian and James Bevan and Matt W, DJ Steno. Mag just jumped in to say thoughts on Israel. I said end the occupation, and he left. So who knows what's up with that? I should say, I want peace in Israel. It sucks what Hamas is doing. But as people say, like, end the occupation, Hamas doesn't have nearly the same number of grievances. And that's it. I think I'm done. Are we all done?
Yeah. Making some tea. We should shout out Making Some Tea for coming back after 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. 8 years or 7 years.
You look at what you missed.
Yeah.
Chinny's got a baby now.
Yeah, Chinny's got a baby. He came back just at the right time to find out. Who knew?
Yeah. All right, people. Follow us. Go to vghub.net and send us emails and speak pipes and stuff.
Yeah, send us emails.
We're done.
We're done.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, show's over. No refunds. You heard the robot. Get out.
Fartsicle, frozen farts you can eat. Put it in your face mouth.
It's cold and it smells.
Nice. Well, thanks again, Ben, and you're obviously welcome back anytime. So
if you ever need me,
Chinny to let him know.
Give me a text or a hit on Discord. But, thank you guys, and hope Duke it goes well. Are you picking her up?
Oh no, she drove. She's just on her way back.
So, by the way, Ben, give the disc a clean and just see if you can play along and send us your thoughts as you're playing it. So.
I will do.
Don't spend any more time trying to clean up Stu's slime-covered
Look, I don't know. I didn't even bloody see it. I never opened the bloody thing. I just put a new label on it.
Who are you buying broken games from? Ask for your money back.
Stu, your handwriting was impeccable.
No, it was my wife's. I get it. She's very neat, my wife. Super neat.
What a shot.
In fact. So I'm off on my holidays tomorrow, by the way. I'm off on holidays.
My wife! Again.
What are you doing? Anything? You got anything exciting?
No, three days in Chester. So it's just 3 nights.
That's nice.
So we'll just go for a very short break, not too far away. We might have a ride to Conwy, and then they go and look at the castle and have a nice wander. It's a nice little place to wander.
He does all right, doesn't he?
He does
take
all
a holiday.
right.
Take a holiday.
Get a new conservatory.
Have to go to work.
I know, yeah. Then we've got the upheaval.
I wish I had like 3 months off. Oh, wait.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have fun when the conservatory is done, I'm guessing, but it shouldn't take long, hopefully. He reckons it'll be about a week and a half for it to be completely finished, with all the internal stuff done.
Yeah.
So,
It's exciting. Well, Duke, I'm glad it's gone well. Living on your own for a little bit. Nothing's died.
Yeah,
all
she
the
comes
plants have
back
been
just in time, man. Yeah, the goats are still alive, so that's
the key. I know that's the key. Whenever I look after a pet or something, I'm like, your job is to not die on me. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
The chickens got out today at one point. They were like wandering around outside the coop. I'm like, no, get back in, you stupid chickens.
Yeah, my dad once had a rabbit that he looked after, and he was trying to take it back quickly, and he fell over and killed the thing.
Oh my god!
And you know what he did? He went and took it to the vets. Cost him 50 quid to go. Yeah, that's dead. And so he did that. So what he did is,
Bernie's, like,
what he did is he got the exact same rabbit.
Oh my goodness!
It, right, and they didn't know for years and years and years. And then they said, "You know what? We think we've got the longest rabbit that's ever lived. We're going to get the Guinness Book of Records of people." And then as the kids had grown up, he went, "I've got something to tell you." Died about 10 years ago.
Wow,
oh my god!
I've got the best story like that ever. One of Kay's sisters colleagues who she worked with at school was asked to look after her sister's dog while she went on a holiday. And sadly, the dog passed away while her sister was away. And she was like, I don't know what to do. What the hell do I do with a dead dog? I don't know what to do. She lived in London, and she phoned the vet and said, look, man, I'm looking after my sister's dog. I don't want to tell her. I'm not sure what I need to do with it. Do I need to register it? What do I do with the body? So this vet said, oh, bring it along. We can arrange for the body to be disposed of, whatever, or we can keep it here while your sister decides whether she wants to have it buried or whatever. So she was like, right, okay, no, I'll bring the dog. I'll bring the dog round, and you can just check it and whatever you do. And they were like, right, fine. So she said, I looked around the flat, and the only thing I had was a laptop case. You know, one of these with wheels on the bottom.
God,
right, and the handle on it. So she's like, it was like a little terrier. So she's like, so she shoved the dog into the laptop case, right? She said, so I'm wheeling this dog through the middle of London in a laptop, one of these big laptop carriers that can hold about 4 laptops. She said, and anyway, I got to the underground. She said, and I got off the train at the station and she said, I got to the escalator. And as I'm starting to go up the escalators, this guy can see I'm struggling with the laptop case and said, do you want me to give you a hand with that, love? You know, to get here. And she said, oh, thanks so much. She said, and he took the case, got on the escalator in front of me. She says, and as we got to the top, he legged it because obviously he thought it had laptops in it. Right, so he thought he was stealing a load of laptops.
And he was in for a shock.
He was running down the underground going, stop, it's not what you think, right? Thinking,
God.
And she never stopped it. He liked it. She never got the dog back, never saw it again. And we were just like,
story.
What was it? I want to know when that guy opened the zipper.
Look on his face when he opened the case, expecting there to be 4 laptops. There's a dead dog.
Yeah.
It's just the best story ever.
That's crazy. Well, there's our title: Dead Dog in a Laptop Case.
Dead Dog in a Laptop Case.
That's this episode. All right, I gotta be out. Have a good week, y'all.
See you too. See you later.
Cheers.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Just brilliant.
That is a good one, Stu. That is a bad story. That, let me tell you.
It was just a funny when she was telling. She couldn't. You know when someone's telling you a story, and they can't tell you the story because they're laughing so much whilst they're telling you the story. It was one of those.
I would have hoped like it was a massive gang thing, and they're like, "Yo, look what we got! Oh, well done, John. Well done.
Let's crack the lock."
They're like, "Oh, what flip is this?"
Oh my God! Yeah.
I never thought that one was a psycho. That one was a psycho.
Even now, I think like you can just imagine the look on his face when he flipped the lid open and there's a dog inside. It's no laptops. It's stolen a dog.
That is a good story, Stu. I gotta get that.
It's a good one, isn't it? It's a corker.
It's
an absolute corker.
Oh no! Thanks for having me on the last few weeks. It's been
you're very
flexible,
welcome.
bro. But and I hope you have a nice week off. You deserve
I
it.
will do. Yeah, I will do.
You've done well. All that hard work you've done for years and years and years.
I've been busy today. I've never bloody stopped, I tell you. Did the last mow of the lawn, so that's all.
I did mine as well yesterday.
While the weather's good, you've got to get it out and do it, haven't you? So hopefully that should be it now till next spring when it's.
You had your central heating on yet?
I've done what? Sorry.
Have you had your heating on yet?
No,
neither have I. Not even thought about it, to be honest.
And it's going to be warm this week. We've got really good weather for that for the few days away that we've got. There's just one day when it's raining, so
fantastic, man. Well, have a great week.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good, but I've had some bad news today. My auntie's back in a hospital. She has heart failure as well, so we both have it. Hence why I did all the genetic testing.
Yeah.
She has heart failure. My cousin, who's 39, has heart failure. All on the same side of the family. My great granddad died of it, so we've all got it, which is a bit of a doozy. So, but she's back in hospital, bless her. So
you know what, Stu, though? The key is that as long as you're aware of it, like you have cut down your sugars, you've cut down doing all this like jumping stuff. It just, keeps you going, don't it?
Oh yeah, no, I don't have any salt in anything anymore. No. I've cut out the caffeine. I've not had alcohol for getting on for maybe about 14 or 15 months. I've never drank a drop of alcohol.
No,
I've lost 3.5 stones nearly.
Well done, man.
In weight, so. I'm doing all right. And I'm obviously on loads of meds. I'm on seven tablets a day. I'm on.
Blinking it.
I know, yeah. I rattle when I walk.
You know what, Stu? You've done well.
They're doing all right. So hopefully it'll carry on that way.
Fantastic.
So hopefully I'll keep improving. Bloody hell, he's back.
Hello.
Look who it is.
I was just seeing how you're getting on.
Oh.
We're all right. We just finished. Duke has already gone. You know what he's like.
I know what he's like.
He's off straight away. Straight away. We've got a good title for this week's podcast.
Go on.
Dead Dog in a Laptop Bag.
Sad.
So there you go.
Just keep rolling. Well done, Mike. I'm proud of you. You've got exciting times ahead, I'm going to be listening all 3 Metro Gamers, and I can tell just as he starts talking, has it been a good week or has it been a bad week? And it's like,
You can tell. She's very cute, I have to say.
Very
Yeah.
cute.
Very.
do you know what? I know you have to say that every time, but I know genuinely, cute kid, cute kitchen.
I like. I don't want to be one of those parents. I don't want to be one of those dads that go, "She's beautiful," but
She is beautiful.
Sometimes
mate.
you get like a baby, and you're like, "Bloody hell, they look."
Yeah, please, can you send me some pictures so I can show Kay and Millie?
Yeah,
Do that now,
you know when
and
you
I
see a
can
baby,
show
and you're like, "Oh my god, that's an ugly baby. It just looks like an old man," you know.
Yeah. Did you know? I said that there are genuinely some ugly
there are
babies,
some ugly
like
babies.
proper
But
ugly babies. There are. It's totally true.
I saw her, I was like, "Oh my god, it's a newborn baby." And then even when I've got a photo of her when like literally she's like 10 seconds old, right? And and then like the day later she looked a bit different, and since then I just think she just looks like a doll.
Yeah. And girls are fun. I'm only saying, Millie is fun.
I know.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have some fun times with her.
Oh, it's great, mate. It's great. It's the best. So the picture I'm sending out, this is her 10 seconds old. Sorry, Ben, you can't see these.
That's all right. I know what a baby looks like. But yours is a cute baby.
And we've seen it. We've seen her in the flesh, so we know what she looks like. Bless her.
So that's like her 10 seconds old, Ben. Like you can see her. Like
oh my goodness! Wow. She's like, what just happened?
Yeah. I remember when Kay had Millie, they gave her, is it Pethidine or Pethidine or whatever it is? Pethidine. And by the time it kicked in, she'd given birth. So she was as...
That makes you dozy, doesn't it? And the baby
she was as high as a kite. I mean, she was proper high and sleepy, right? And anyway, the midwife took the baby out, and then she's like, you need to cut the cord, and gave me the scissors and everything. So I was like, right, I'll cut here. So I did it, right? And it's like a really gristly link of sausages.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah. So I cut through it.
Chin.
Do you want to be done? And then she gave the baby. She gave obviously Millie to Kay, and I'm like, what is it? What is it? And Kay looked down, and she just went, I don't know, like that. And the midwife told her off and was like, it's a little girl. Like, so it was proper snouty with her, and I'm like, she's high as a kite. Can you see her? She just given birth, and she's as high as a kite. And she's like, it's a little girl.
I'm just like, I don't see a willy, so I'm just assuming it's a girl. She's like, yeah, of course.
It's cool though, not knowing, isn't it? Cool not knowing, and just it's just the best.
Why would you spoil your?
I don't know. People just want to know, and I'm like, right, who cares?
What's your mum and dad think, Chin?
Oh, I
bet your dad can't believe it.
Yeah, my dad met her today, and he had like my mum had her for like 2 minutes, and then my dad was like, all right, give me a go, and then
give me a go. My turn,
and he held her for like 2 hours.
Oh,
and I said, Dad, she's got to get fed now. And she's like, no, she's all right. I'm like, no, Dad, you've got to wake them up. You can't just let them sleep.
Every 4 hours.
No, less than that, they say now.
Is it?
It's 2 to 3. So
at the beginning.
You have to wake them up. You have to, like, go. It seems cruel because you're like, I don't want to wake up a sleeping baby, but you've got to. And my dad was like, no, she's fine. I was like, no, you got to wake her up, Dad. And then we gave her back, and like my brother had her, and like my brother's wife had her a bit, and my dad had her. And I said, Dad, look, because Tara was so tired, she was getting a bit.
Yeah, takes it out of you, man.
Yeah, and I said, I think we need to kick you all out. You can come back next week, but Tara needs to sleep. She needs to sleep. So yeah, and then I had the whole afternoon with her, where I was just sitting with her for like 2 hours. She was just asleep.
Are we still? By the way, just sorry to interrupt. Are we still streaming?
Yeah. We're still streaming.
Because there's someone in the chat who's like, guys, please notice me, guys, come on, which is stop banana racism. I don't even know what that means.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
So there you go. If you're still in the chat, I don't know whether he's even still in the chat. Let's have a look. Is he still in the chat?
I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, he's still in the chat. He's still in the chat.
What's banana racism? Is that like like because the bananas? But they go green, then yellow, then black, don't they? So, what's he against?
I have no idea. Maybe you can explain that to us. But we've noticed you. We are there, but we've literally just finished the show, so you're kind of slightly late. So that's probably why.
I missed the show as well. So
you completely missed the show. And we had Making Some Tea, who listened to us in 2016, asking where you were. He's like, is Chinny still on the show? Where's Chinny?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
making
yeah,
some tea.
so we had making some tea as well. He was asking where you were.
No, I don't mind coming on, but I do think you three are the three amigos. Do you know what I mean? You three.
You must
You're
love
the
coming
you're
on.
the
You must,
Joe.
yeah, but like you must like being on more than listening.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's great to like actually say, Stu. Really? Yeah, shut the hell up, man. Come on, Stu. You're waffling. You're waffling.
It's totally true. It's fine. I don't mind. But it is
fun.
weird. You know what I mean? Because we've been doing it so long.
I know, but it's like you get random emails going, oh yeah, from 2013, 2012, years ago. Years. It's exciting though.
Do you want me to tell you the first email we ever got? I can tell you the first. Do you want to know the first email we ever got? Just a minute. Let me see if I can find it. Hold up.
I feel like you're going to tell us anyway. So.
Congratulations on signing up to Podbeam. Was that it?
No. Wait a minute. How do I get to the eldest? Hold up.
It's not Jason. I'm going to be mad. It has to be Jason.
No, it's not Jason.
I think you see pictures of Jason with his family and stuff on Twitter, and he's like, he looks like a normal guy. Like I don't know why he's so. I don't know what his emails. He must just I don't know, hold it together while he's with his family and then go.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Yeah. It's his Steam killer, isn't it? He's like 1 week at one time for 1 week. I'd send one random email.
Yeah.
And just bang.
People love you in the chat there, Ben. Like, oh yeah, it's Ben. Yeah.
I paid them all.
Yeah, he's paid them all.
Yeah. Why do you think I've not signed up to your stuff? I'm paying other people.
Yeah.
He's after your job, Chinny. That's what it is.
Never, ever.
We love Ben. Vet Ben Gamers. That's funny. Cool. This is the chance for the world's first, a live birth on the podcast. Get that girl already. Oh, this is before I announced it, wasn't it? As well. A full-man show.
Oh, blimey, this is going to take a bit of time, but we'll do it.
The world's oldest instance. What up, vets? Congrats, Ginny and Tahara.
Yeah, you got loads of messages.
Oh, baby.
Oh, blimey, this is hard work.
Oh, baby, it's the Ben. I just got it.
I feel like, as you guys get a bit older, you've got to pass on the lineage to your kids. Get them all doing it. Duke's the only one not doing the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now we've got to pass it on to younger people like you, Ben.
I don't know about that.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm old, mate. I'm old.
When Stu dies next year.
Oh, cheers. Thanks for that. You'll be really sorry if that happens.
I won't. So when he... I will. He won't die next year. You'll be fine.
I hope not.
No, you got...
You're going to live forever.
You got years.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
You got years, mate. You got years. Yeah.
Well, we're all dying, aren't we?
We're all dying.
We're all dying.
Right, I'm stopping the stream because it's getting dark. Right, okay, bye.